Waiting for the start of the 1976 Grand Final. The man with the football, Ross Capes, in charge this afternoon with Ron Powell, and away we go. Perth kicking with the assistance of the breeze towards the city end. Herbert and Smith, Gibellini with the first kick of the Grand Final towards half forward, and Webster has taken the mark on his chest. Ron Webster, left half back for East Perth, driving along the outer side towards centre wing. Pack assembling out there, no mark taken, ball to ground. Verstigan attempting to kick, kicking in danger, the decision. I think the player in greatest danger on that occasion was an East Perth player. In any case, Lofts has the ball, outer side, right centre wing for the Demons, trying a drop kick in the greasy conditions. Light rain is falling. Curtis missed the mark, does well. Taylor with a chance, tackled by Gibellini, play allowed to go on, scrambly play on the half-forward line, and we'll have a bounce. No, we won't. I think it'll be an East Perth free kick. It's going to Taylor. Not sure what that was for, but Taylor at centre half back to relieve pressure. Kelly has started out playing on Cooper. Unexpected move. There goes the ball towards the half-forward line from Smith, looking for McAlgic. Avoided a short-arm jolt, goes on with play towards the half-forward flank, and McGinnity over the top into the pocket. Quartermain with a chance now, tackled too high and from behind, and Quartermain will get the free kick, and it's on down in the pocket. They're going in pretty solidly down there. Quartermain quick to get out of it. He's got the footy, or will have. Umpire's sorting it out. Quartermain in the left full forward pocket with the advantage of 15 metres, comes much closer to goal. He'll only be about 20 metres out from goal when he takes this set shot. Chance for the first score of the game. So Kelly is marking Cooper. Wiley started off the ball across Perth's half forward line with Curtis. Mitsopoulos went into the centre square, and Inman is marking Gary Bygraves as Quartermain fires at goal, and he's put it through. The first goal of the Grand Final, Alan Quartermain. East Perth scoring into the breeze.
Well, that's a great goal for East Perth. A very powerful breeze, all of 5 goals, and conditions fairly fierce at the moment, weather-wise and also playing-wise, because a lot of treatment Quartermain was coming into then when the Perth defence coming down on him, and a little bit of head-hunting going on early in the game.
There you see the velocity of the breeze. Herbert and Curtis getting involved. Verstigan now and Herbert. Curtis is getting a free kick. He was very close to Wiley, and Herbert tried to push him off the Perth rover. He's having words to say to Curtis back in the centre as play goes down towards the half-forward line. Lofts kicks out towards centre wing, overrun by McGinnity. Socket off the ground by Gibellini. Scrambly football out there. Curry can't pick it up. Chance for Betts to get a free kick. I thought he was pushed in the back, and that's the way umpire Cape saw it. Gerald Betts to take the free kick out towards left centre wing for the Royals. They're a goal. Perth yet to score as Betts drives towards half forward. Daniel coming down with Cook. Free kick to Cook. Pushed in the back by Daniel. Back in this side as expected at centre half forward. Plenty of feeling in this game. Curtis getting involved this time with Day, and I think Curtis is going to have quite a deal of work to do this afternoon, not only with Wiley. Perth players rallying around their champion as the ball goes down towards the half-forward line for the Demons, and Webster takes the mark. Ron Webster on the half-back line for East Perth. East Perth going into a stiff breeze. Lofts won the toss and kicked with it. Webster drives towards the outer side. Here's a chance for Dickinson in front. Good mark to Dickinson. Used his body intelligently, got rid of Quartermain, then took the mark on his chest. Right beside the centre circle, Jeff Dickinson fires down towards half-forward. Farrant on the burst, coming out from full forward. Ball eludes him deep into the pocket. Farrant and Glendinning, and the ball's gone out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in. Still rain falling. A crowd of about 48,000, I'd estimate, at the present time. Disappointing that this rain has arrived. There's the throw-in. Webster and Rosbender from behind Gibellini, taken by Curtis towards the half-back flank position. Up goes Herbert, and Herbert's taken the mark. Dean Herbert, one of the stars of the final round to date, goes for distance. Prodigious kick towards the square. Going back is Cooper. Oh, great mark to Glendinning. Chipped in front of Cooper. Cooper read it to a nicety. It was going to carry the pack, but Glendinning chipped in front. He drives back towards half-back. Herbert is out there. Couldn't take the mark. Was he pushed in the back? He was, according to umpire Powell. The offending player was Webster. Herbert, right half forward. Let's see if he can repeat the feat. There goes his kick. Not as good this time, falling a little bit short. Farrant in front couldn't mark. Recovers, couldn't pick it up. Taylor gives it across to a teammate in Malarkey. Malarkey kicks towards left half back, and the mark is taken there by Quartermain. Quartermain out of side, the goal kicker to date. Goes short. Hamilton. Hamilton takes the diving mark midway between his own half-back and centre lines. Alex Hamilton Played well in the second semi-final. Drives along the outer side, telling kick into this breeze. The leaper out there was Cook, almost the mark. It's been paid. Cook outer side. Now it's going to be a free kick, I think, to East Perth, is it? It's going to be Cook's mark eventually. Cook very sporting, giving the footy away. He's got the ball at right half back for the Demons. Kicks in towards the centre of the ground. Not a good kick. Spencer is there. Herbert arriving late on the scene. Spencer's mark. Spencer, one of the doubtful players for East Perth for the past fortnight, having his first kick of the game. 5 minutes played. Peter Spencer kicking towards half forward for East Perth. Daniel is down there with Cook. Good mark taken by Cook. He's an outstanding footballer, Brian Cook. Make no mistake about that. Former state wingman. Now Perth centre half back, drives back towards the centre square. Watt got a hand to it, missed by Rosbender. Maguire tackled brilliantly by Wiley. Ball running free. Still it's Maguire, harassed by Wiley. Maguire gets his kick in down towards centre wing. It could go out of bounds. Watt leads in the race. Can he keep it in play? It's still in play. Johnson. No, it's out of bounds. Have a throw in. The attacking side of right centre wing for East Perth. They're off to a good start. Perth haven't scored in the opening 6 or 7 minutes. That's 6.5 minutes played to date. Herbert won the tap to Watt, who got it across to Johnson. Johnson fires towards centre half forward and Hargrave. Hargrave got a hand to it. Kelly behind, taps the ball wide. Hargrave leads in the race. No support there for Hargrave. Now it's picked up by Hill. Brilliant pace. He lacks support too. Back in the Hargrave direction. He's battling with Malarkey close to the line. Good tackle applied by Perth. Chance for Hill. Hill on the boundary line. Right full forward. Snaps back towards the square. Taylor from behind. Couldn't mark. Should have destroyed. Wiley might have scored. Well, Taylor almost paid the penalty then, Fred. He should have spoiled, bumped the ball towards the boundary line, was inclined to go for the big mark over the top.
Yes, I'd agree. Not quite as strong in defence or as certain as what he should have been.
Glendinning drives towards left half back. High kick. Betts is out there. Up he goes. Couldn't take the mark. Red off hands to McGinnity. McGinnity in towards the centre and Spencer. Wide of that player. Coming down is Day. Could have been pushed in the back. No free kick. Day kicks towards half forward. Johnson. Johnson's taken the mark. He's at left half forward. Could be about 45 metres out. He could score from here. He'll go short looking for Curry. Curry in the pocket, knocked away by Taylor. It's out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. Johnson, I think, would have been well advised to go for distance. Perth are behind. East Perth a goal. 7.5 minutes played. Throw in. Left full forward pocket for Perth. Kicking to the city end of the breeze. Brilliant ruck knocked by Rosbender to Gibellini. He took too long. It should have gone on to Wiley. In comes Curry. He can't control it. Hamilton with courage and will have a bounce down the attacking side of left half forward for Perth. Umpire Capes throws it down. Rosbender and Smith. Smith clean possession. Strength. Out of the pack it came to Gibellini. He screws back towards full forward. Webster is down there. Glendinning from the side. Farrant. No mark taken. Ball running free. East Perth doing well in defence. Smothering up. Webster the player with possession. And will have a bounce down towards the goal square at the city end. There's the bounce. Rosbender appeared to interfere with Smith. Off hands to Curtis. He's in a nest of trouble. Hand passes as far as Mitsopoulos, who missed it. Mitsopoulos dragged off the ball when he didn't have possession. And he'll get the free kick in the left full forward pocket. Chris Mitsopoulos, normally very reliable around goal. Let's see what he can do with this one. He was the chief kick getter on the ground last week with 27 kicks in the preliminary final against South Fremantle. Very talented rover. Moves in. There goes his kick. Looks pretty good. I think he may have just missed. He has. Off to the left-hand side. Minor score. Perth are 2 behinds. East Perth a goal. It's the 76 grand final. 9 minutes played. Glendinning drives towards the outer side. The kick is falling in short, and the diving mark is taken out there by Wayne Curry. Curry now could score from here. He's about 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. He's normally a very good kick of the football. Curry moves in deliberately. There goes his kick. It's not a good one. It's off to the right-hand side. Out of bounds on the full, and the kick will be taken by Betts or Glendinning. I think Glendinning is the player who's going to relieve pressure towards the outer side this time for the Royals. No, Betts. Indication coming from umpire Capes that he wants Betts to take the kick and he wants Farrant to come back a little bit. Betts drives towards left half back with a high kick. Herbert is up out there. Couldn't mark. Off hands to Wiley. His first kick of the game. Back towards the half forward line. Coming out was Kelly. Did it well. Spills come to Smith. A long hand pass wide looking for McAljack. McAljack, he drives towards centre wing. Arriving late was Mitsopoulos. Meantime, the ball is going downfield along the outer side. It's gone out of bounds on the bounce and we'll have a throw in front of the scoreboard. Throw in out his side. 10 minutes played. First term. Herbert and Smith out there. Smith from behind. Herbert brought it backward of the pack to Gibellini. He's rucking well, Herbert. The ball goes infield, marked by Day. Well shepherded off by Curry. Meantime, there's a bit of a blue behind play. Ball going down towards the forward pocket, missed by Hargrave. Coming away is Glendinning. Fires it out wide towards centre wing, but Johnson takes the running mark. Wants to play on rather foolishly. Gets a hand pass to Watt. Watt runs towards left half forward, kicks long towards the square. It's a one-out duel. Taylor and Mitsopoulos thumped away by the East Perth defender. Hargrave with a chance. He snaps back at goal, but nobody's home. Only Betts. Ample time. He's 30 metres in the clear. He's had 3 bounces in the space of 10 metres. Silly football, especially in the greasy conditions. He kicks towards Spencer and finds him out his side. Spencer's away. Spencer bouncing towards the centre of the ground. Herbert and Smith get tangled behind as Spencer kicks towards centre half forward. Coming down is Quartermain. Good mark, Quartermain. He's up towards centre half back for the Demons. Perth are 2 behinds. East Perth a goal. There goes the Quartermain kick short and finds Gibellini. Gibellini will play on with a hand pass to Lofts. Lofts at right centre wing on the burst. Goes for the raking drop kick towards full forward and Farrett. Here's a chance for Mitsopoulos. Mitsopoulos can't get the bouncing ball. It's out of bounds. We'll have a throw in right full forward. Perth kicking with the assistance of the breeze. We've played 11 minutes in the first term. Ruckman assembling in the right full forward pocket. Bradley Smith is there with Rosbender. Farrett. Smith goes up, brought the ball backward of the pack. A chance for Wiley, twisting and turning. Robert Wiley goes infield to Curry. Curry's in the true centre half forward position. Ample time to steady and fire at goal. He should have done better with that. He's missed to the left-hand side. Miners scored at Perth. They're 3 behinds. East Perth a goal. Curry had ample time to kick it on his right foot. Glendinning kicks in. Goes towards left half back and Webster. From behind Herbert. No mark taken. McGinnity drives along the outer side. It was left centre wing. McCaldick with a chance for East Perth. Knocked away by Lofts. Taken by Wiley. Here's Gibellini. Gibellini's getting kicks early. He's in the true centre half forward position. About 50 metres out from goal. Almost directly in front. Will require a pretty good kick from here. But Gary Gibellini, when he gets onto the torpedo punt, can send it over a long distance. Let's see what he can do with this one. Moves in deliberately. There goes his kick with the assistance of the breeze. It could be Perth's first goal. Now it's off to the right-hand side. Miners score. Perth putting together a string of points at the 12-minute mark. They're 4 behinds. East Perth 1 straight goal. That was the first scoring shot of the game. Glendinning thinking of changing the tack. Then elects to go again to the outer side. Not a good kick. It's falling in short. McCaldick takes the mark on his chest and he wants to play on. Runs through half back. He's in trouble. Gives it across to Betts. Betts the attacking side of left half back. Kicks down towards left half forward. Cook is there with Daniel. Knocked on intelligently by Daniel. Perth players all fall over. Watt, the only man left standing, gets it deep in his own defensive area. He's in trouble. It comes to Spencer. Spencer 20 metres out from goal. Fires. Not a good kick. It's gone out of bounds on the bounce, but in the meantime, I think it's a Perth free kick, is it? Driving rain now at Subiaco Oval. Jeff Watt will get the free kick, I think, or will it be Quartermain? Watt. I think pushed in the back. Watt from half back kicks in towards the centre. Poor kick. Missed by East Perth. Chance for Wiley to knock on. Herbert leads in the race opposed to Curtis. Curtis with dash skidding after the ball. Met solidly by Wiley. Wiley goes after it. Hamilton's in there. Betts is in there too. Umpire Capes has called for a bounce. Pretty solid start to this game. Terrible shame that it's going to be ruined as a spectacle somewhat by this rain. Webster pushed in the back. He'll get a free kick. There goes Webster kicking towards half forward for the Royals. Daniel in front. Almost a mark to Dickinson. Cook, who's playing a grand game at centre half back, kicks it back towards half forward. Smith missed it. Chance for Rosbender. Tries to knock on. Runs into a dead end. Still he goes. Webster pushed him in the back. And Rosbender will get the free kick. Rosbender and Smith. And I think Rosbender's going to lose the football. It's going to go to Smith. Smith, 15 metres the defensive side of the centre circle. That was the correct decision. Smith kicks down towards half forward for East Perth. Chance for Farrett. He takes the mark uncontested. Farrett kicks out towards left half forward and Mitsopoulos. He's running free. Mitsopoulos goes down towards the left full forward pocket looking for Hargrave, and Hargrave has taken the mark on his chest. Hargrave on the boundary line, some 35-40 metres out from goal. Can he kick Perth's first? They badly need a goal. Hargrave Moves in deliberately. There goes his kick. Now it's off to the left-hand side. Behind a Perth. They trail by 1 point. They're 5 behind. East Perth 1 straight goal.
East Perth have done particularly well to lock this game up. Perth going with a strong breeze, even though the conditions are wet and awkward. East Perth doing a great job.
Glendinning plays on. Kicks out towards left centre wing. It's going to fall in short once again. And Herbert, who's doing well, took that mark, the defensive side of right half forward. Now, we've already seen his prodigious kick, and he'll put this one close to the square, I would imagine. There he goes. Another magnificent kick down towards the square. Chance for Glendinning behind. Taken off his hands by Cooper. Cooper could have been held when not in possession. He was certainly playing for the kick. Kelly is in there, and the umpire's going to move in and bounce it down. Bounce down from umpire Capes. Right full forward. Webster goes up and wins a clean tap out wide. Gibellini close to the boundary line. Harassed by Verstegen. It's gone out of bounds and will have a throw in. Clash of the big two. Perth with 5 scoring shots. East Perth with 1. Yet Perth trail by a point. Farrant there with Webster. Webster wins another tap. Must be a free kick to Verstegen. Held with not in possession. Verstegen left back pocket. Verstegen goes short. Looking for Kelly out there. Kelly couldn't take the mark. Now it's with Hill. Hill looking infield. May have done better to put that in a more central location. Went for the square. Glendinning. Hargrave is there for Perth. Paddled out of bounds by Malaki. Curtis coming in at the rate of knots from the oblique angle. Will have a throw in the right full forward pocket. This certainly is the scoring end. The breeze blowing straight down the ground towards the city end. The end to which Perth are kicking. Smith wins the tap. Chance for Mitsopoulos. Went without it. He's still battling in there hard for Perth. Ball running free. Verstegen a workhorse there for East Perth. Chance now for McGinnity. He's bundled off it. Now it's with Hill. He screws back. Down went a Perth player behind the play. That was Wiley. Ball running in towards the square. Cooper is there. Missed by Malaki. It's out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. I didn't see what happened to Wiley.
East Perth player coming past and certainly hit him unfairly with a raised elbow.
Taken by Verstegen. Verstegen kicks towards the outer side. Bygraves. Bygraves, the defensive side of left half back, drives along towards centre wing and Lofts. Lofts for Perth is bundled off the ball. They're going in pretty solidly, and umpire Powell's called for it. No names, no pack rule, Fred.
Well, I didn't really pick up the player.
Just saw the action. Taken by McGinnity. McGinnity's kick is smothered. It goes towards the boundary line and Lofts. Lofts harassed there by Bygraves. Good shepherding done by Inman. The ball's out of bounds, close to the fence, and Lofts wants to go on with it out there. Lofts and Webster. Bygraves doing a bit of pushing. Watt is in there too. Plenty of fielding in this game, Fred.
Well, so there should be too. Grand finals are not easy to win.
Free kick is going to Webster. Webster midway between left half back and left centre wing. Short passes. McAlgic. McAlgic held by Mitsopoulos. McAlgic goes across the face of the ground looking for Verstegen. Coming down is Johnson. Johnson arrives first and does the right thing. Sockers it towards left half forward. Chance for Hargrave, being harassed by Malaki, close to the boundary line, mobile for a big fellow. He hooks it back in field to Gibellini. Gibellini in a nest of trouble, wants to bounce the ball. He's taking it back towards centre wing. What's he going to do now? Well played eventually, Gary Gibellini. Hand passes to Watt. He's at left half forward, goes towards the pocket. Malaki couldn't mark. Curry arriving, but Malaki gets his kick in towards the centre, but only as far as Hill. Lots of mistakes in that passage. He goes wide looking for Cooper. Cooper streaming out, has taken the mark at right half forward for the Demons.
Well, he's the player that they wanted to get the ball to because he is the danger man.
Let's see what Coop can do from here. Well, he kicked 5 in the first semi, 4 last week. Let's see if he can get Perth's first goal this afternoon. Moves in deliberately. Murray Cooper. There goes his kick. On its way. It looks pretty good. Cooper doesn't miss too many. He's put it through. She's a great player when it comes to kicking at goal. Murray Cooper. Perth are 1-5. East Perth are 1 straight.
Well, that's a great goal to Murray Cooper and Perth, and they've had great difficulty in finding the opening there. Not steady enough in front of goals. They've been under a lot of pressure by the East Perth defence. Very strong play by East Perth. They've used the ball intelligently when they've brought it out of their defensive zone. And to this stage, almost the 20-minute mark, the honours certainly with East Perth.
Back in the centre, Wiley and Curtis in very close proximity, jostling again as Herbert thumps them forward. Chance for Maguire. Maguire and Wiley in there. Down goes Wiley. Scrambly football. Hamilton on top of the footy. Oh. And the umpire's called for the ball. Umpire Powell is going to bounce it, I think. He is. About 15 metres the attacking side of the centre circle for Perth. Herbert and Smith, won by Herbert once again. Johnson, a hand pass to Farrant. Farrant hooks it down towards half forward. Malaki going back with the flight of the ball, almost took it in his fingertips. Mitsopoulos close to the boundary line, takes it out of bounds, and will have a throw in the attacking side of left half forward for Perth. Wait for the throw in. Rosbender is there with Smith. Perth need more goals with this breeze. Ineffectual ruck play taken by Taylor in a nest of trouble. Does well to get his kick. It goes high in the air. Farrant should mark behind and does. Farrant on his chest. Now he's got to go for a more central position to one of the lead, perhaps from Gibellini. Not a good kick. But chopped off by Webster. Webster on the burst. Fires down towards half forward for the Royals. Oh, great mark today. Could have been 15 metres against Bygraves. Kick to be taken by Malday. The rain, I think, has stopped. The volleys have gone down on the outer as Day has got the football midway between half-back and left centre wing. Fires towards the half-forward line. Webster got hands to it, couldn't mark. Betts appear to drop the ball. The kick is going to the East Perth player. Must make allowances, I guess, for the fact the ball is pretty greasy. Betts at right half-back. Goes along the grandstand wing with a high kick. In front, Daniel. From behind, Cook. Daniel knocked on well. Chance for McAlgic. Ferrets it out wide. Verstegen head down. Running to the oncoming Farrant. Oh, courage by McAlgic. He's going to get a free kick. McAlgic and Farrant getting tangled. And 15 metres going against Farrant. McAlgic goes down towards right half forward. There goes the McAlgic kick down towards the square. Players jostling down there. Off hands. Free kick is going to Lofts meantime. Lofts, or is it Dickinson? Lofts beside the goal square. The Subiaco end, drives back towards the grandstand side of the ground, and Bradley Smith. Bradley Smith, second bite, takes the mark, plays on to Verstegen. Verstegen inside right half forward, can't pick up the footy. Is well shepherded off. Players going in solidly behind the play. An East Perth player was very unfairly dealt with. The ball goes infield meantime, and the mark is taken by Quartermain. McAlgic was the player. He was trodden on by a Perth player who was pursuing Bygraves, or rather Verstegen, by some 15 metres. Meantime, Quartermain has a chance to kick his, and East Perth second. On its way, Quartermain's put it through. Second goal to the 75 Sandover medalist. East Perth are back in front. They're two straight. Perth are 1-5.
Well, fine play by the East Perth side as they battle up against that strong breeze. All of 5 goals. And 2 goals to the 23-minute mark is a good fighting performance by East Perth, keeping Perth well and truly under wraps, bustle them off their game, deep in their forward line, and getting the maximum value from their work when they go up forward themselves.
Well, you see Wiley and Curtis, the other side of umpire Powell, pushing and shoving once again. Up goes Herbert and wins the tap. A chance for Curtis, taken by Wiley. Wiley did well in that situation, but then spoiled his good work with a hand pass. Betts is chopped off on the half-back line. Now it's with Perth, a chance for Curry. Malaki overran. They're going in solidly on the Perth half-forward line. And arriving very late on the scene was an East Perth player. And who was that? Webster, Malaki, Wiley and Betts getting involved. And Betts threw a punch at Gibellini. And Gibellini wants to go on with it. Murray Cooper, the peacemaker, despite the fact he's in civvies, don't be confused. Umpire Capes is going to bounce it on the half-forward line. Free kick is going to Perth. Rosbender in front. Smith interfered coming from behind. Now Rosbender could go pretty close to scoring from here. Well, the breeze may have dropped slightly, and the ball has got certainly heavier. Rosbender would be about 50 metres out directly in front. There goes his kick. It's not a bad sort of an effort by Rosbender. Thumped off the line by Glendinning. It's gone out of bounds in the full forward pocket. Timely save by the East Perth fullback. Full stretch on the goal line. Fisted it away. Throw in left full forward. That would have been a valuable goal had they got it. Rosbender in front of Smith. Webster from behind. Good knock down to Hamilton. Hamilton towards half back, and Maguire. Maguire, right half back. Goes short. Not a particularly good kick looking for Bygraves. It's out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in. Bygraves and Inman pushing and shoving. There's the throw from umpire Aslett. Thumped by Webster wide of the pack, only as far as Johnson. Now there's no one to kick it to. Long Glendinning's the only man down there. Luckily for Perth, it came off the side of the boot. Coming out to meet them was Glendinning, the oncoming pack that was. Down goes Gibellini. Glendinning with a chance. Curry missed him. Well played, Glendinning. Got it to Betts. Betts at left half back, kicks in towards the centre. Cook on the burst. Missed it on the half volley. Oh, and Cook met the oncoming Quartermain. They're going in out there. Quartermain held when not in possession. He'll get the free kick. Quartermain left centre wing. Perth are 1-5. East Perth are 2 straight. That has to be 15 metres. That's silly football. Meantime, downfield, there's another match. More a tag team than a singles job. Short pass from Quartermain into Webster. Webster goes down towards the half-forward line for East Perth. Day from behind. Geez, a good back pocket player is Malcolm Day. McGinnity and Day having words. Day up towards left half-back. There goes his kick out towards left centre wing. Maguire is there. Good mark, John Maguire. Plenty of courage. Eyes on the football. He's been a great final round player of these last 2 seasons for the Royals. John Maguire goes down towards their half-forward line with a telling kick into this breeze, and players are getting distance into the breeze with their kick. Chance behind a Day, runs into trouble. 2 East Perth players collided. Day goes wide. Here's a chance for the Mercurial Hill. He's 20 metres in the clear. Players have got to come and meet him now. Hill's got the ball at right half-back, looking for leads downfield. He's put it out of bounds on the full. And there weren't positive moves coming downfield, and as a result, Hill didn't do the right thing with the football. No players on the burst. East Perth in front by a point, 12-11. Out his side, Daniel into the air. The ball carries the pack, will have a throw in. Left half forward for East Perth. Not much scoring in this first quarter. We're into time on by about a minute and a half. There's the throw in. Herbert and Daniel doing the ruck work. Taken nicely off hands by Mitsopoulos, but then he spilt it. Taken by Hamilton. He took a while to get rid of it. Back it goes to McAlgic. He did well to run through the Hill tackle and screws back towards centre half forward with a high kick. Farrett is there. Farrett takes a good mark. Verstigan arriving late. Farrett on his own half back line. I think the crowd enthralled by the hard football they're witnessing, though. Not complaining about the lack of scorers yet. Chance for Rosbender to knock on. Did well. Here's a chance now for Curry. Hand passes to Gibellini. He's running across half forward. Gibellini lines up, fires at goal, and I think he's put it through. He has. Goal to Perth and Gibellini. Perth are 2-5. They're back in front. East Perth are 2 straight, and we've played 27.5 minutes in the first term.
Well, that's the type of play that Perth have been searching for. Intelligent team play. Nice cooperative football by the Perth side, and I think it was Curry, Dennis, wasn't it, that slipped out that long hand pass. Intelligent play and fine work by the Perth side. East Perth have done well. They've kept Perth in check well and truly. There's value in this breeze, even though the conditions are fairly tough.
Bounce back in the centre. Herbert goes up and wins another bump down for Perth towards half forward. Rosbender tries to knock it on. Would have been better, I think, to take it. Kelly chops it off and kicks out towards centre wing. Leading in the race is Spencer. He's been very quiet in the first term. Spencer and Johnson close to the boundary line. Spencer could have been held when not in possession. He's going to get a free kick, I think. Spencer, right centre wing for East Perth. This is his 3rd kick coming up. He's the 76 Andover medalist. He goes short over McAljic's head. That was a poor kick taken by Herbert. Herbert kicks down towards the half-forward line. He's playing a grand game. Wiley, the leaper down there, but Curtis the mark. Fine effort by Stephen Curtis. He's shadowing Wiley again this afternoon. Similar conditions to those that existed at Lathlane Park a few weeks ago. He was successful then. He's doing well this afternoon. This is Kelly on the half-back line for East Perth. He's told to play on. It comes to Hargrave. Over the top to Gibellini. Gibellini runs into an open goal, and he's put it through. Goal to Gibellini. I thought he may have been a bit hard on Kelly. 3-5 Perth, 2 goals East Perth.
Yes, maybe he was, but that was the decision. And Kelly, a little nonplussed then, and Hargrave, the quickest thinker in that area at the time, seized the opportunity smartly and put him under a great tackle. And that was intelligent play by Perth. They made full use of that opportunity and converted.
Gibellini, 2 goals in a minute. Back with umpire Powell. 23 plays 12, the biggest break we've had in the game so far. There's the bounce. Herbert and Webster. Webster wins the thump away. Coming to meet the ball is Hamilton. He screws it out towards left half forward for the Royals. Leading back in the race is Colin Lofts. Lofts about 10 metres in the clear. Slips. Chance now for the oncoming Dudar, but Lofts is going to get a free kick, I think. Ball towards the boundary line. Play allowed to go on. Umpire Powell playing the advantage. Day on the outer side. Kicks towards centre half forward. Rosbender and Smith. Smith a good timely mark in defence. Bradley Smith on the East Perth half-back line. Looking downfield. Kicking into a strong breeze. East Perth would be well satisfied with the situation. Not a good kick from Smith. The mark is taken by Watt. Watt wasting no time. Goes out wide towards left half forward and Cooper has taken the mark. hugged by Maguire as the siren goes for quarter time. Will Cooper have a shot? He's going back. He'll take a remarkable kick from here. He must be about 75 metres out from goal. He's back level with the centre circle lining up. Let's see what he can do. Nothing is beyond him. Moves in. There goes his kick. It's going to fall short. Smith in the square takes the mark. 3-5 to 2 goals at quarter time. Perth in front by 11 points. About to commence the second term. It's Perth by 11 points. The umpire is Ross Capes. In the foreground, it's Wiley and Curtis, and they've been pretty close throughout the afternoon. They're doing the ruck work that time. Gibellini, the chief goal getter on the ground so far with 2. He's in a nest of East Perth trouble. Versed again, could have been held when not in possession. Still they scramble. Curtis back into the fray. Missed by Watt. At the base of that pack, East Perth are represented there through Bradley Smith, and there'll be a bounce. Bounce down. About 10 metres the grandstand side of the centre circle. Smith from behind wins the tap. It's knocked on by Hill. Back into the fray. Wiley coming down strongly. Webster still battling for the ball. Webster met solidly by Herbert. Too high. Smith and Herbert getting involved. And there's going to be a good Barney here, I would think, because they're determined to go on with it. Rosbender coming down for Perth. Rosbender doing a bit. In comes Verstegen. Out goes Verstegen. Meantime, the main bout, Smith and Herbert, has come to an end. All started by Herbert's head-high tackle on Webster, and I think Webster will get the free kick. Webster out towards left centre wing. Herbert's given more than he's taken so far. He's given out a couple of pretty decent ones. There goes the kick towards the half-forward line, knocked away by Quartermain. Now the onus really on the Perth defence because they've got a job to do in this term. Quartermain has his legs kicked out from under him. That's Perth's Quartermain. And he'll take the free kick midway between left back pocket and left half back. Oh, and he tried a drop kick in these conditions and found Daniel. Now Daniel could score from here. I'd venture to say this could be Daniel's first kick. It is. Daniel, his first kick in football since late July, in fact. Moves in. It's on its way. Slipped across the face, minor score. Behind to East Perth. They're 2-1, trailing Perth 3-5. People have said all season Perth have a great defence. Well, we'll find out what they're made of in this quarter. There goes Quartermain from the standing position. Not a particularly good kick. Wiley leads in the race close to the boundary line, harassed by Curtis. He was pushed in the back and he'll get the free kick. Played for that and got it. Kick number 5 coming up for Robert Wiley. Wiley and Spencer, the 2 stars of the 76 season, pretty quiet today for their respective sides. Wiley close to the boundary line. Maguire knocks it away from his marksman Johnson out there. It's gone out of bounds in driving rain and will have a throw in on the outer side. Throw in Herbert and Daniel from behind Gibellini. Won by Daniel towards the boundary line, taken by Cook. Cook back towards centre wing, and the mark is taken there by Rosbender. On it goes to Gibellini. Gibellini runs towards the centre of the ground and kicks towards half forward, marked by Taylor. Taylor wants to play on with a hand pass. Not good football under these conditions. Malarkey kicks towards centre half forward in front. Daniel, who knocks on again. Chance for Inman to get a free kick. Oh, and down goes Inman. Oh. And Bygraves must be reported. He's been reported by umpire Powell. And I think that would be about as blatant as you could see, Fred.
Yes, it's spot on, right up on top of the action.
Inman goes out towards left half forward. I think Bygraves intends to retire after today anyway, so it's rather academic. On all fours there is Mitsopoulos. It comes to Spencer. Spencer kicks down towards the half forward line, dealt with after kicking the ball, and the relayed free kick will go to East Perth. In other words, their left half forward flank position. Taylor to take the kick. 3-5 Perth, 23. Perth 2-1-13. Taylor going for distance. Daniel is down there behind Archie Duda. He took a strong mark, but I think a kick is going to Daniel. Daniel to get the free kick, about 30 metres out from goal on a very slight angle. Pushed in the back, according to umpire Powell. Now, can he put East Perth within 4 points of the Royals, or rather the Demons? Moves in. There goes his kick, Daniel. Looks pretty close. It's a goal. East Perth are 3-1, Perth are 3-5.
Well, Daniel's getting interfered with, and there's been some problems with both defences, because in these conditions and a lot of pressure on, and players are tending to scrag, and I'd venture to say that the first side that settles down and starts to play solid wet weather football are most probably going to take this game out.
5 minutes played, second term. Perth a 3-5, East Perth a 3-1. The margin 4 points in favour of the Demons. Umpire Powell to throw it down. Smith and Herbert. Oh, what's the decision there? It's going to be a kick to the East Perth player. And Herbert remonstrating with umpire Powell, and it could be 15 metres against the Perth Giant ruckman. I think he had something of a point there, Fred.
Well, he's made his point, but it hasn't done him any good.
There goes the kick from Smith, long towards full forward. Dudar, the leaper, interfered with his own teammate Daniel. Ball paddled towards the boundary line by Quartermain. He's in trouble, harassed by a player there in Hamilton. Meantime, Inman comes away with it and kicks out towards the half-back flank position for Perth. Taylor could have been held when not in possession. We'll have a throw-in. Throw-in the attacking side of left half forward. Herbert and Daniel. Herbert in front. Daniel then takes clean possession, did well, goes infield looking for McGinnity, chopped off by Gibellini. He's playing a grand game. Gibellini goes down towards centre wing looking for Rosbender. Rosbender waited for it and was lucky enough to get it infield to Hill. He's in trouble, collides with Smith. In goes Taylor. Chance for Curry, showing desperation was Webster. But Hill back into the front, brilliantly picks it up, then misses it. Still he goes, harassed by McGinnity. Hill's in all sorts of diabolical, and he's going to get a free kick. I think umpire Powell was just dying to give him one.
He certainly earned it.
There goes the Hill kick out towards right half forward, and the mark is taken there by Curry. Curry in front of Glendinning. He's got some skill as Kevin Hill. Curry. He'll go towards the square. There goes his kick. Chance for Farrant. Farrant will mark uncontested. Will it be paid? No, it won't be paid. Well, he wasn't under much pressure. He should have marked that. There's going to be a bounce. Right full forward for Perth. Still this rain tumbling down at Subiaco Oval. Up goes Webster and wins the tap only as far as Curry. Curry in a nest of East Perth players. It comes now to Farrant. Farrant could have hand passed. He elects to kick towards the square. It's a one-out duel down there. In front, Glendinning. Behind Hargrave. Hargrave has snapped the goal. Brilliant effort by the Perth centre half forward. Great goal to Perth. Perth a 4-5. East Perth a 3-1.
Well, that's the type of goals that win grand finals up against a strong breeze. Conditions very, very poor. That was a great goal by Stephen Hargrave. Over the top, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was behind. He brought the ball behind, and he cleverly kicked that valuable goal up against this breeze.
Back in the centre with Ross Capes. 8 minutes played. There's the bounce. Webster wins the thump away for East Perth, taken by Quartermain. Quartermain fires down towards the half-forward line. High kick. Dudar down there with Quartermain of Perth. Quartermain of Perth wins the day. There's a good bit of work done off the ball by Graves and Inman. Meantime, Cook comes away, scrambles a kick towards Mitsopoulos. He missed it. Quartermain goes in and uses his body well. He's on top of the footy and scrambles it out to Hamilton. He kicks towards full forward. Quartermain. That was a fine mark with this greasy football. John Quartermain in the goal square, relieves towards the left half-back flank position. Mark is taken there by Watt. Hand passes on to Farrant. That's silly football. Farrant's in trouble on the boundary line. Hooks it around. Players battling out there. Almost a mark to Dickinson. Ball running free. Johnson with pace along the outer side. Still it's Johnson, harassed by Hamilton. Two of the speedsters in this game. Johnson is bundled off the ball, taken by Malarkey. Towards half forward, long kick. Dudar and Quartermain. Daniel with a chance. Can he kick his second? Gives it to Dudar. Should have gone it alone. Taken by Quartermain towards the boundary line, and it's run out of bounds by Loss. Daniel should have kicked. 4-5 Perth 29. East Perth 3-1-19. Throw in the left full forward pocket. It's the 76 grand final. Daniel goes up with Cook. Chance for Bygraves. He's pulled off the ball. Day is in there. Hand pass from Watt. Gives it to Gibellini. Gibellini towards right centre wing. Out of bounds in front of Curry. Will have a throw in. Was it on the full? No. Umpire Wakenshaw wants to put it back into play. Rosbender and Webster. Herbert from this side. Took it backward of the pack, but it's all East Perth. Taylor could have been held when not in possession. Then he could have been tackled too high. Gibellini goes in after the footy for Perth. McAlgic is there with him, and will have a bounce down right centre wing for the Demons. There's the bounce down. Webster goes up and wins the tap straight to Cooper. Poor ruck work. Cooper kicks towards half forward. In front, Rosbender couldn't mark. Soccer it. That's the spirit. Down towards half forward it goes. There's a chance for Curtis. Harassed by Wiley. Good play. Curtis got it to Malarkey. Malarkey kicks towards centre half forward. It's all Perth. Oh, no talking. Day and Dickinson almost collided. Loft's backing them up. He's pulled off the ball by Bygraves. The ball spilling across the half-back line for Perth. Inman leads in the race, pursued by Spencer. Shepherding from Johnson. Great shepherding. Chance for Inman. He still can't pick it up. Perth working hard for each other. Dickinson shepherding Spencer, but Inman blew the deal. He put it out of bounds on the full. And the kick will be taken by East Perth right centre wing, Maguire. Some good work done there by initially Johnson, then Dickinson to enable Inman to get his kick, but the kick wasn't equal to the work that was done. There goes Maguire, kicks in towards centre half forward. Cook is up, couldn't take the mark. Hamilton a hand pass taken by Dickinson. Dickinson a hand pass. Watt at left half back for Perth, looking downfield for Leeds. Makes his 10 metres and kicks long, but there's no one to kick it to. Missed by Betts out there. Ball runs free. Perth have a chance to redeem themselves. East Perth have the numbers. Scrambly football. Umpire Capes wants a bounce. Bounce down outer side. Rosbender and Webster. Webster from behind wins the tap away. Johnson for Perth goes down towards left full forward. Here's a chance for Wiley. His metres in the clear of Curtis this time. Cooper trying to shepherd off Wiley close to the boundary line. It's gone out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. Wiley to date 5 kicks. 11 minutes played, second term. Webster clean possession, kicks back towards the centre of the ground. That's centre wing. Leading in the race there is Johnson, held when not in possession by Hamilton, and he'll take the free kick. Johnson goes short, looking for Dickinson, finds that player. Dickinson midway between left centre wing and the centre of the ground. Goes towards half forward over Rosbender's head. Missed by Webster, taken by Wiley, and Wiley will get a free kick. Wiley, left half forward for Perth, tackled too high that time by Webster. Robert Wiley looking pretty sore and sorry. He's had a pretty heavy month in this final round as far as physical wear and tear goes. He's a champion footballer, Robert Wiley, goes for distance. That is a magnificent kick towards the square. Glendinning, the leaper down there, he's thumped it out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. Throw in left full forward. Rosbender battling there with Webster. Webster brought it backward of the pack. Gibellini missed it. Chance for Smith. Smith close to the boundary line. Mitsopoulos, he did well to get through that pack. Harassed by Kelly. McAlgic on top of him. Wiley arriving late on the scene. And again, tempers becoming frayed. It's that sort of day. And of course, it's that sort of match. Umpire Capes wants them to get on with a footy. Smith wins the tap. Chance for Wiley. Verstegen tried to crash his way through. In goes Cooper. Chance for Gibellini. It's out of bounds in the left full forward pocket. Wait for the throw in. About 25 metres around from the left-hand behind post at the Subiaco end of the ground. Rosbender and Smith. Rosbender brought it backward of the pack, and he's going to get a free kick. He was the man in front. Rosbender would be about 30 metres out from goal. This will be a vital goal if he can kick this one. He's been playing quite well for Perth so far, Rosbender, doing a lot of the hard work for them. Lining it up. This will be Perth's 5th if he can kick it. A lot hinging on the kick. It's not a good one. It's a shocker. Minor score.
He's going to have another one by the looks then.
And 15 metres. Well, Maguire must have encroached. Perth 4-5. East Perth 3-1. Rosbender should get it from here. And Perth doing well back into the breeze. They had a disappointing first term. They're making amends. Rosbender stabs at the ball and he's missed. What a tentative effort that was. 4-6 Perth, 3-1 East Perth. Glendinning goes straight down the centre. Long spiral punt. Spencer in front, knocked away by Watt, who's had the call in the centre, taken by Gibellini. He kicks back towards full forward. Glendinning, I think it's gone out of bounds on the bounce. It has. That was certainly a good kick for touch in rugby league or rugby union parlance, and we'll have a throw in the right full forward pocket for Perth. 30-19. Perth looking the more accomplished side at the present time. East Perth, one senses, are struggling. There's the throw in. Wiley held when not in possession. No free kick. Chance for Verstegen, went without it. Gibellini, he's in trouble, all sorts of trouble. There's going to be a bounce, and Verstegen not happy about the decision. He thought that Gibellini was holding the ball. Umpire Capes bounces down. Jostling down there. Rosbender won another tap. Perth appear to be held again, Hargrave. The ball comes wide to Hill. He went without it. In goes Hargrave. Good shepherding. Still Hill is battling. In goes Herbert. Went without the ball. Taken by Taylor. Taylor's put it out of bounds on the full, and full credit there to Hill. He harassed the player and forced him into error. Kick to be taken by Perth downfield. And Perth are doing the little things better than East Perth at the present time, Fred.
Yes, I'd agree. It's a much better quarter for them up against the breeze. Very solid work.
This is Lofts. He's a long way down the ground. He's come down with McGinnity. Lofts goes for distance, back towards right full forward. Curry is there, knocked away from him by Betts. Taken off hands by Webster. Hand passes to McAlgic. He takes too long. He's buried. Perth have the numbers. Comes to Curry. Curry into the pocket looking for Cooper, and Cooper's taken the mark. Cooper in the right full forward pocket. Don't give it away, Murray. He's about 30 metres out from goal, 10 metres in from the boundary line. Cooper's kicked one. If any player can kick it for Perth, it's the mercurial Murray Cooper. In he comes, deliberately. Drop punt is on its way. It's going to be pretty close. That is a magnificent effort just across the face, off hands and through for a minor score. They're pretty hard to get from there. The breeze coming through between the two stands, the old stand and the new concrete stand. At the last minute, that ball deviated to the left. 4-7 Perth, 3-1 East Perth. 31-19. The short pass on to McAlgic. He misses what he should have taken. Still he's battling McAlgic. He's got to make amends. He could be penalised for holding the ball. He has been. Umpire Capes penalising McAlgic. The kick to go to Wiley. He's 30 metres out, directly in front. Robert Wiley taking plenty of time with the kick. Moves in. Sheltered from the breeze by the concrete stand. Kick is on its way. He's put it through. He's a champion, Wiley. Perth are 5-7, East Perth are 3-1.
Well, another solid goal to Perth up against a strong breeze, and good work by Robert Wiley. He's been put under a lot of pressure, but he's coming back strongly like the true champion that he is. Poor work, really, by George McAlgic, because he should have held that chest mark, and that ball should have been cleared out of the East Perth defensive zone. Back with umpire Powell, 37-19 in the 76 grand final. Curtis and Wiley pushing and shoving again beside the centre circle. Smith wins the tap. It's missed by Watt. Verstegen tries to soccer it and missed. Taken by Dickinson. He kicks down towards half forward. Ball running free. Chopped off by Glendinning. He goes without it. Socket off the ground by Cooper. Hill and Taylor converging on it. They both go to ground. Chance for Mitsopoulos. He's held when not in possession. Mitsopoulos to get the kick. Mitsopoulos 20 metres out on a 45-degree angle. He's in the right pocket as far as he's concerned, swinging back across his body. Chris Mitsopoulos. This is his third kick. He's been a quiet player. Mitsopoulos moves in. Kick is on its way. He's missed. They've missed a couple they should have got. Perth, Rosbender, and now Mitsopoulos. This game could have been just about in their keeping in these conditions had they converted those opportunities. 5-8 Perth, 3-1 East Perth. Glendinning kicking in. He goes towards the outer side, right half back flank. Malarkey is there. Farron from behind. Smith tries to knock on. Quartermain and Johnson. Johnson, brilliant finesse outer side. Still he goes. Brilliantly picked up by Maguire. Infield looking for Verstegen over his head. Ball coming free. Bounces high. Day first back on it for Perth. There's a man free downfield. That's Gibellini. They'll create the loose man. Whoa, arriving late was McGinnity. Still it's Gibellini. He's in trouble. He took a head-high tackle too. And I think he'll get a free kick for a high tackle applied initially by Verstegen. More a stiff arm, if you like. Gibellini goes into towards centre half forward looking for Herbert. And Herbert takes the mark. Hargrave, is it?
Hargrave it is. Hargrave beside the centre circle, kicks long towards half forward. Players assembled under that one. It's knocked away by Webster, off hands to Mitsopoulos. He's dragged to the ground. Scrambly football in the left full forward pocket. Defended by Kelly towards the outer side. Spencer leads in the race. Spencer close to the boundary line, manages to scramble a kick forward towards centre wing. Farrant is there, tackled by Bygraves. Still it's Farrant going out there, gets the ball across to Inman. Inman goes down towards the half forward line. Johnson on the half volley, and a nest of these Perth players. Brilliantly done, Johnson. Infield looking for Gibellini. He's in the true centre half forward position. Gives it across to Day on the burst. Day goes down towards the pocket, and Cooper's taken the mark. Cooper, the attacking side of right half forward. And Perth is starting to move. They're starting to simmer now. And one senses the ball is in East Perth's court. Cooper. He'll go close from here. Shooting at Perth 6th and his 2nd. Murray Cooper in deliberately. The ball is swinging back. It won't swing back far enough. It's a minor score. Coop's unhappy with that. 5-9 Perth. 3-1 East Perth. Kick to be put back into play by Glendinning. Glendinning goes towards the outer side. Prodigious spiral punt. Smith is out there with Herbert. Could have been a free kick to the East Perth ruckman. No free kick. Dickinson working hard. Skidding into that pack was a Perth player out there. Who was it? Herbert? Hargrave. Herbert. Herbert it was. Curtis is getting a free kick. 15 metres going to Curtis. He kicks in towards centre half forward. Daniel is up trying to knock on. Missed it. McCalgic leads back in the race. In fact, it's all East Perth in the race to the ball. He gives it to Quartermain. Quartermain goes down towards the pocket, but his namesake is down there. John Quartermain. He missed it. Spills come to Dudar. He snaps back at goal and he's put it through. East Perth have got a quick one at the other end. They're 4-1. Perth 5-9. And that goal coming against the trend of play.
Well, Archie Dudar's first and a left foot snap. And Dudar having difficulty in getting into the play, and East Perth generally also having difficulty in penetrating across that strong half-back line of Perth, and the centre line in particular. They're a very strong unit for Perth. They're playing particularly well, and East Perth being denied the opportunities going with the breeze.
Bounce back in the centre from umpire Capes. Herbert goes up and wins the tap away, but it comes to Hamilton. Hamilton screws it back towards the half-forward line for East Perth, but Lofts is there. He fires back towards half-forward for Perth. Bradley Smith meets the ball and takes it well. Hand passes infield to Curtis. Curtis kicks towards the centre of the ground, but Watt, who's the master of the centre, has taken the mark. Watt wants to play on. Drives down towards right half-forward for the Demons. Up was Betts, couldn't mark. The ball runs free. Cooper leads back in the race. Cooper close to the boundary line, can't control it. He's bundled out of it, and he's going to get a free kick. But lucky to get that one, Murray Cooper. Plays on quickly. Goes in towards the pocket looking for a teammate, and Curry and finds him. Curry dropped the mark. Curry wheels onto his right boot in the right full forward pocket. He snaps. He's off target. Minor score. Perth 5-10. East Perth a 4-1. It was a costly miss as far as Perth were concerned by Wayne Curry. That was a mark that should have been held. Glendinning. Right on the kick, there it goes out towards the outer side half-back flank. Herbert the leaper, almost a big mark to Herbert, and he's been penalised for using the leg, and he's not happy about that, and the kick is going to Webster. Herbert would be well advised to get on with the game. Here's his chance now as he soccers Perth towards the forward pocket. Coming out was Curtis, he missed it. In goes Wiley, crumbs come to Hargrave. Back it comes in the Malarkey direction. He paddles the ball towards the boundary line, then soccers it off the deck out towards Maguire. It's gone out of bounds. The defensive side of right half-back for East Perth. They trail by 15 points. Perth should be further in front. Webster and Herbert. Herbert has the size advantage. An effectual ruck play. Ball came backward of the pack. Taken by Malarkey. He kicks towards centre half forward. Here's a chance for Perth. Missed on that occasion by Day. In goes Cook. Gee, they're a brilliant back line. Back up. They do everything right as Day gives it across towards a teammate in Watt. Watt towards the half-forward flank and Rosbender. Rosbender down towards right half-forward for Perth. Looking for leads infield. There goes his kick. Watt couldn't mark. It comes to Mitsopoulos. Mitsopoulos would be advised to kick long. He goes short and finds Rosbender. I'm no judge. Rosbender down towards the right full-forward pocket. And Perth now are getting right on top of East Perth. They're moving the ball around. They need goals, however, into this breeze. Rosbender. There goes his kick towards the square. Long kick. The leaper from behind down there was Hargrave. Off hands to Glendinning. He's playing an outstanding game at fullback. Wide, Quartermain. Alan Quartermain, the 75 Sandover medalist, overruns. Arriving at the rate of knots was Dickinson. Gee, he's a good player. He got it across to Herbert. Herbert's away, galloping towards half forward. Scrambles a kick in short. Verstigan with a chance. Harassed by Gibellini. Support coming from Curtis. Over the top it comes to Spencer. Spencer at half back. Kicks in towards the centre of the ground, but Mal Day is there. Day takes the mark on his chest. The break is on from Curry. That's the direction the kick takes. Looking for Curry. Curry couldn't take the mark. Ball running free. Chance for Hill. Hill fires down towards the pocket. Streaming down to meet the ball there is Hargrave. Meantime, it's a relayed free kick. It's going to Hargrave. Hargrave should get the heck out of it and let Cooper take it. It's going to Hargrave right beside the boundary line. Coop wants to take it. 5-10-40 Perth. 4-1-25 East Perth. Hargrave on the boundary line in front of the old stand, about 35 metres out. His game has improved as the game has gone on. Goes short and finds Cooper. Cooper would be about 35 metres from goal, perhaps a little more, on about a 60-degree angle. He's had a few shots from this area in this quarter. Must be getting the feel of it now. Let's see what he can do. Murray Cooper fix this, and Perth have got a very handy lead. That is a magnificent kick. They'll contest about 5 metres out. Ball running free. Hamilton, hand passes. Perth all shepherding, no one going for the ball. In the air, Malarkey tries to knock it away. Could have been a free kick to the Perth defender. As it is, Mitsopoulos on the boundary line has an opportunity. He's dragged off it. It's gone out of bounds. There's a Perth player down behind the play. I think it's Wiley. There's the throw in. No player got a hand to it. Hargrave, a hand pass to Gibellini. Can he kick his third? No, he can't. He screws it high in the air. Pack into the air down there. Betts. Umpire should blow it up because there's an injured player. He's going to bounce it. East Perth won't be happy about that, but he had no alternative. Watt is the player who's injured. There's the bounce. Rosbender and Webster. Rosbender wins the tap. It comes to Mitsopoulos. He's in a nest of East Perth players. Some great shepherding done by Maguire. And what's the kick? It's East Perth's, and it's going to Taylor. He's in the right back pocket. 5-10 Perth 40. East Perth 4-1-25. Taylor kicks towards half-back. Webster tries to knock on when he would have been advised to mark. The man of the match so far, Gibellini, picks up and fires back towards full forward. Glendinning coming out. Should have let it come, Smith. As a result, Glendinning's got to go back and try and retrieve the situation. He's in lots of trouble down there, Glendinning, and the free kick is going to Perth. It's going to Cooper, 15 metres out from goal. An umpire keeps remonstrating with Glendinning that he must make the effort to get the ball out. East Perth not happy with these umpiring decisions. Cooper is directly in front, and he won't miss. Perth 6th, Cooper's 2nd. Perth 6-10, East Perth 4-1.
Well, another great goal up against this breeze, and Perth taking all before them, certainly taking the honours in this, the second term. Strong play in these conditions. Fine work by Cooper and Glendinning. Yes, he was certainly the player that was causing the problems there. He was in control of the ball. He had possession. He should have pushed it out. And East Perth, well and truly rattled in my way of thinking at this stage.
It's hard to see them getting back from here. They're playing like the side that aren't the equal of Perth. Up goes Webster and wins the tap away. Ball at the base of the pack. Webster going in, working his heart out for East Perth, and will have a bounce down. This is Webster beside the centre circle. Perth 6-10, East Perth 4-1. Another goal now to Perth would be great value to them. Perth, weight of numbers in defence. It's remarkable the way they assist. This time Duda knocks on. Curtis with a chance in the pocket. Coming out to meet the football was Dickinson. They don't give an inch. Dickinson on top of it. And gee, they're one of the best defences I've seen in a long time, Fred.
They certainly are. They played strong football, percentage stuff.
Daniel, a hand pass to Hamilton. He's in more trouble. Tackled too high by Lofts. Hamilton will get the free kick. And this is a vital kick for East Perth. Alex Hamilton. That breeze has dropped slightly too in the second quarter. Hamilton would be about 35 metres out from goal on a 65-degree angle. Moves in. There it goes. Not a bad sort of an effort from Alex Hamilton. Little unlucky. Minor score. East Perth 4-2, Perth a 6-10. Kick in from Quartermain, short to Farrant. Perth have played an outstanding second quarter into the breeze. Farrant along the outer side. Chance for East Perth to mark out there through Verstegen. This is Maguire. Spencer is free. That's the direction the kick takes, and Spencer has taken the mark. Kick number 7 coming up for Spencer. Looks for McAlgic and finds him. McAlgic, almost in the true centre-half forward position, tries a short pass and finds Hill, a man on the mark. Well, East Perth have got problems. There's a chance for Perth to bring the ball away through Wiley. Oh, in goes Webster, down goes Wiley. Good solid bump from Webster. Scrambly play, and the umpire is going to bounce it down. And Robert Wiley is going to be a very sore boy this time tomorrow. In fact, he'll be very sore at about 5:30 tonight. There's the bounce, half back for East Perth, or rather for Perth, won by Webster. Chance for Curry, soccers it off the ground. Perth playing the percentages, the ball out towards centre wing. Leading in the race is Rosbender. Rosbender picks it up, puts himself in reverse, and then fires down towards right half forward. Mark missed by Kelly. The quarter's all over. Half time, Perth 6-10, East Perth 4-2. It's Perth by 20 points.
At this long interval, coming back strongly with good solid goals from Verstegen and then Dudar.
Bounce from umpire Capes. Not a good bounce. Verstegen with a chance. He missed it. Perth battling hard there. Watt with a chance for them. Still he goes. Umpire Capes is going to have to call for it. That's Verstegen with the football at the base of that pack. Bounce about 15 metres the attacking side of the centre circle for the Royals. Herbert a backhander. McGinnity ran into a dead end supplied by Mitsopoulos. Kelly held but not in possession. East Perth showing a lot more endeavour. Whatever Graham Farmer said is having some sort of an effect. Kelly beside the centre circle. Both sides fighting for their football survival. Towards half forward goes the kick. Spoiling tactics employed by Quartermain. It's with Verstegen. Verstegen 25 metres out from goal. He's blown it. It's gone out of bounds in the left full forward pocket. Spencer's been taken out of the centre. A credit to Watt. McGinnity's gone into the centre. Wait for the throw in the left full forward pocket. Daniel between two Perth players. Chance now for Hamilton. Screws back at goal. Magnificent effort by Alex Hamilton. He's put it through. East Perth are inspired. East Perth 7-2. Perth 6-4. The margin is only 2 points in favour of the Demons.
Fine play by Alex Hamilton, and he had a very lean first half, and it's a credit to the East Perth players and Alex Hamilton in particular. Coming back strongly now. He's lifted his game well and truly. That was a fine left foot snap goal.
Kick number 9 for Hamilton at the 7-minute mark of the third term. Umpire Powell. The bouncers have been going off to the right. Perth should have somebody there. There's another one. They haven't woken up. Poor work by the Perth players because East Perth have the run at the ball. Smith fires down towards right half forward. The ball running free towards the boundary line. It's gone out of bounds. Elementary football. 3 bounces. They've all gone that way in this term. 6-10 Perth. 7-2 East Perth. Wait for the throw in. Daniel is down there with Rosbender. Daniel brought it backward of the pack. Gibellini looking for Wiley. Wiley can't pick it up. He's getting a free kick. Wiley at half back for Perth. Left half back flank in front of the old stand. Perth need a goal. He fires it towards centre wing. High kick. Hargrave with a chance. Couldn't take the mark. In there working hard was Maguire for East Perth. The ball smothered out of bounds. Throw in left centre wing for the Demons. 8 minutes played, third term. Cloudy conditions. We've had a lot of rain in the first half. Watt runs into Curtis. Couldn't do anything with the footy. And there'll be a bounce. Crowd of about 48,000. May have fallen away a little because of that heavy rain. Now Wiley's picking up more of the ball in this term. Gibellini. Spills come to Betts. He kicks towards half forward for East Perth. Dudar is down there. Dudar claiming the mark. Play on, says umpire Powell. Cook is bundled away from it. All the Perth players have retreated towards the square. Here's a chance for Quartermain. Quartermain about 5 metres out beside the behind post now. He's deep in the pocket. He screws back. And I think he's put it through. He has. East Perth are coming with a miraculous one. East Perth is swamping Perth in the opening stanza of this term. East Perth go along to 8-2. Perth is 6-10.
Oh, what a great game. Alan Quartermain's third. And East Perth coming back strongly, as one would expect under the guidance of Graham Farmer.
Well, the Cats never coached a losing grand final side in Western Australia. And East Perth looked at half-time. Verstegen running towards half forward. Johnson is in there. East Perth throwing themselves at Perth. That was the caper as far as Perth were concerned in the first half. This is Day. Away he comes from defence. He's been a grand player towards half forward. Curry. Now Perth need to steady. Cooper is free. That's the direction the kick takes. Cooper the attacking side of right half forward. Go back and take a kick. Cooper's kick too. He's been a valuable forward today. As we've mentioned, that breeze is blowing across the ground. If anything, it's favouring the city end, the end of which Cooper is kicking, coming slightly across his right shoulder. Cooper in. There goes his kick. Not a bad sort of an effort. Cooper's put it through. He's brilliant. 7-10 Perth, 8-2 East Perth.
3 to Murray Cooper, and Vigee's been a good player for them right through the final round and throughout the season. He's been a brilliant player for them, and he's one player that East Perth have got to keep under wraps if that's at all possible. 3 goals to Murray Cooper, fine effort.
10 minutes played. You've got the grand final for 76. Perth 7-10-52. East Perth 8-2-50. Wait for the bounce from umpire Powell. Rosbender and Smith. Up they go. Smith clean possession. Hand passes towards half forward. Daniel tries to thump on. Rosbender out wide towards right centre wing, and Hill. Perth are bouncing back. They're a good side. Perth fires towards right half forward. Barrett with a chance. Barrett could have interfered with the East Perth player and Webster, but the mark will stand. Wiley is free. Barrett going for distance towards the square, looking for Hargrave, who's behind Malarkey. Malarkey's taken a timely mark. Malarkey 20 metres out from goal, will relieve towards the grandstand side, I would think. No, he's going the other way. Thanks, Gary. Mark taken by Webster. Webster in the left back pocket. He's been a grand player today for East Perth, one of their few good ones in the first half. He kicks long towards centre wing. McGinnity the leaper. No mark taken. Ball backward of the pack. They're going in solidly. Watt trying to scramble it forward. Still it goes. Smith trying to deflect it across the Quartermain. There's a free kick going to the Perth skipper Lofts. Lofts the attacking side of right centre wing. Back in this side after a nagging hamstring injury. There goes his kick towards half forward. Ball clears the pack. Perth with a chance. Cooper snaps back at his fourth. He's gone across the face. He pulled it back too much. It's gone through for a minor score. 7-11 Perth, 8-2 East Perth. 18 scoring shots to 10, a pretty true indication of the game to date, despite the fact that East Perth have rallied in this term. Perth had their chances to just about sew it up in the second quarter. Ball into no man's land. McGinnity met by Johnson. Still McGinnity goes, overruns the ball, dives on top of it, tackled by Curry, and that's inconsistency. He's giving the free kick to McGinnity. It's gone the other way all day, and generally against East Perth. There goes McGinnity out towards right centre wing. Verstegen couldn't take the mark. Day backing his judgment. What a grand defender he is. Dickinson, one of his accomplices in crime, coming through strongly, fires towards half forward, wasted the kick. The mark missed by Malarkey. He kicks it back towards centre wing. High kick, it's all Perth there. Cook couldn't mark. Verstegen did well. Comes to Johnson. He goes looking for Gibellini. Over the top, Kelly. Relayed free kick going to Gibellini. He was the chief kick getter on the ground in the first half. This is kick number 14 coming up for him. Gibellini goes short and finds a teammate in Hargrave. Hargrave, about 55 metres out directly in front, will require a very good kick from here. Hargrave moves in, kicks for distance. It'll fall short. Glendinning with a chance. Chops it off nicely. Still he goes, close to the boundary line. Can he keep it in play? Would be advised, I think, to paddle it out. He's decided on that. It's still in play. It ricocheted off the boundary umpire. It comes to Mitsopoulos. He fires at goal, and he's put it through. Well, that came off the boundary umpire, or I'm a Dutchman. Committee isn't Dutch, is it, Fred?
Don't worry, hands, but there was great football by... Great football by Chris Mitsopoulos, and he was the player that was reading it nicely. He had his mind on the job, and that was a clever snap. Yes, Perth rallying strongly, coming back. After that initial attack by East Perth, where they took everything before them, 3 goals in 7 minutes, Perth coming back.
Talking about the power of suggestion, I've just given Verstegen a goal. Back in the centre, a chance for Barrett. Scrambly play around the centre. Away comes Wiley, paddling it across the centre line. Maguire is in there for East Perth. Comes to Cook. He kicks towards half forward, and Curry and Betts. Coming across the face of the ground, Kelly. Going into soccer at Rosbender. Scrambly football, it's with Hill.
Oh, good play.
Meantime, there's a free kick. Oh, umpire Powell, he calls play on. The ball goes down towards the pocket, and Herbert has taken the mark. There are 3 Perth players in the centre, but he's elected to go back and line it up. When I say 3 in the centre, they were unmarked. About 20 metres out. Well, umpire Powell elected to call play on. Why don't you say something instead of looking like that? There goes the kick from Herbert. He screwed it through. No, he hasn't. Hargrave pleading with the goal umpire, but a minor score.
Well, it was an interesting decision because he's paid the kick on as it's gone on further. He's given them about a 15-metre start with it. To me, it was unfair. It should have come back and the kick should have been taken where the infringement took place.
Would you like to change nationalities? There's Glendinning. He goes straight down the centre. Magnificent kick, but Day's the only man there. Oops, Webster arriving. And the ball is coming back to Day. Well, I don't know. I'm a little puzzled now. There goes the kick from Day. Goes down towards the pocket, pack into the air. Herbert couldn't take the mark. He's got the crumbs. What can he do? He snaps back at goal. Do you mind? He's put it through. Dean Herbert snapped a goal for Perth. Perth are 9-12. East Perth are 8-2, and the crowd has erupted.
Solid play by Herbert, his first, and he was an extremely good player for them in the first term where they had great difficulty. Perth going with about a 5-goal breeze, and East Perth locked them up well and truly. They rallied late in that quarter, Perth, to end up with an 11-point advantage with the first change, and Herbert was one of their better players in that term. He's come back very strongly in the third term.
15 and a half minutes played. There's the bounce back in the centre. McGinnity goes up, wins a tap down to Verstegen. Hands gets it out to a teammate in Quartermain. Quartermain running towards the half-forward line. Kicks towards the pocket. Dickinson is down there. Dudar over the top. Magnificent mark. And to date, that's the mark of the match. Archie Dudar a chest mark, but he was shoulder high above Dickinson. Perth are 9-12. East Perth are 8-2. Dudar's kick 2. This game now rising to great heights. Dudar in. There goes his kick at goal from about 40 metres. It's drifting back with that cross breeze. I think it's a goal. It is. Goal to East Perth. Dudar's third. East Perth are 9-2 and Perth are 9-12.
Well, you couldn't ask for anything more in a grand final. This is really premiership football. It was a magnificent mark to Archie Dudar. Great goal from a long way out.
Back with umpire Capes. There's the bounce. Rosbender wins the tap. Verstegen. He's doing better in this half. Scrambled forward now by McGinnity. Ran into a dead end. That was supplied by Lofts. The free kick is going to McGinnity. And there's a bit of a blue one on the outer side. Rosbender and Webster in the foreground. Meantime, McGinnity wants to play on. Away he goes. Fires down towards the right full forward pocket. Nobody at home. It's going to go out of bounds. We'll have a throw in down there. Quarter time, Perth 3-5 to East Perth 2 goals. Half time, Perth 6-10, East Perth 4-2. The breeze is favouring the city end slightly. It's coming mainly across the ground now. Chance for Hamilton, close to the boundary line. He's being harassed by Mitsopoulos. The ball is still in play. Daniel, in slow motion, goes infield to Spencer. Spencer, a hurried kick towards full forward. Ball running free. Hill can't control it for Perth. Harassed by Kelly. Could have been a push in the back. Play allowed to go on. Away comes Dickinson. Good defensive work, but a poor kick. McGinnity runs into Watt. Tackle too high. Down goes Watt. He's hurt. I think Watt is hurt after that. McGinnity on top of him. And he's giving 15 metres against Watt.
Well, that's quite an unusual one, wasn't it?
I think Watt was non-compass. He still is. The free kick is going to McGinnity. I suppose they call that the luck of the Scotch. McGinnity. Oh, not a good kick into the pocket. Diving attempt at a mark down there by Bygraves. Haven't sighted him all day. Apart from then, and we'll have a bounce in the pocket. He's been a very quiet player, Bygraves, Fred.
Yes, he certainly has. No influence whatsoever.
Daniel goes up and wins the tap. Running into a dead end was Inman. There'll be a bounce down close to the boundary line in that pocket. Umpire Capes doing the honours. Rosbender and Daniel. Rosbender wins the tap. It comes to Mitsopoulos. He kicks towards half back. It's all East Perth leading in the race, but the boundary line is too near as far as they're concerned, and we'll have a throw in. Throw in out his side. Left half forward for the Royals. They trail by 10 points. In front out there was Daniel. Good ruck work as he brought it forward of the pack. A chance for Kelly. He's battling hard. In goes Hill. Coming out solidly was Day. Day on all fours. Hamilton diving on top of it. Chance for Kelly out there. Dickinson in there for Perth. Dickinson on all fours. Kelly goes back into the fray. And umpire Capes has called for it. Bounce down out his side. It's the attacking side of left half forward. Daniel is up. He's doing good work on the forward line, winning the ball out of those packs. This is Kelly. His kick goes high in the air. Chance for East Perth down there through Spencer, and he's taken a grand, courageous mark. Peter Spencer. He would be about 40 metres out from goal on a 60-degree angle. It'll take a good kick from here, but he's capable of getting the distance. And what a vital kick this is. The 1976 Sandover medalist moves in. There goes his kick. It's not a good one off the side of the boot. Dudar didn't take the mark. Maguire coming out as Quartermain. Quartermain, his namesake, is there. This is Allen for East Perth. Oh, interesting tackle off the ball. Lofts on Maguire. Meantime, the ball goes towards full forward. Missed down there by Dudar. Off hands it comes to Day. Mal Day fires looking for Hargrave. From behind Malaki. Hargrave could have been held when not in possession. Play allowed to go on. Hargrave still battling out there. Great effort by the centre half forward. Twisting and turning. Hand passes out wide. Perth have got the numbers. There's two of them there. One's got to Shepherd. Day, as cool as you like, comes away and fires towards half forward. Watt on the burst. Coming out to meet him, McAlgic. They all overran the ball. Curtis. Great courage by Curtis. Brilliant shepherding by Webster. Curtis into the centre. Spencer. McGinnity. McGinnity runs towards half forward. Short looking for Dudar. Knocked away brilliantly by Quartermain. He's been penalised. Well, kick to go to Archie Dudar. I thought he got his fist to the footy. 66 to 56. Dudar kicking at his fourth. Good performance in these conditions. There it goes. It's way off to the left-hand side. They'll contest down there. Big pack into the air, claiming the mark. The man in front, Rosbender, and it will be paid. Rosbender will relieve pressure from the square. 9-12 Perth, 9-2 East Perth. Rosbender to the grandstand side. The ball bounces out of bounds. We'll have a throw in front of the old stand. Well, the stage is set for a great last 40 minutes. We've played something like 22 in this term. Webster brought it backward of the pack. Verstegen in short looking for Hamilton. Finds him. Hamilton on the half-forward line. Gloomy conditions at Subiaco Oval. Oh, silly kick from Hamilton. Verstegen is dispossessed. Back comes Hamilton. Curry is in there too. Diving on top of the pack was Cook. Will have a bounce. 9-12 66. 9-2 56. I don't know whether you can hear that voice in the background. It's Graham Farmer. We must have a microphone near him. Bygraves has got 5 minutes to stay on the ground, otherwise he's off. That's the word. The ball is down towards the half-forward line. We'll have a bounce. Umpire Powell. It's good being an eavesdropper, Fred.
Yes,
there's
it's quite
the bounce
interesting.
down. Chance now, scrambly football. Still nothing eventuating, and umpire Powell has called for it again. So I would imagine the runner will go out and intimidate Bygraves in the very near future. There's the bounce down. Daniel, clean possession. He's doing remarkably well. He got it across to McGinnity. Out it comes to Maguire. Gillespie's going out now. The mark has been taken by Quartermain, right half forward. Quartermain indicating he wants to go for distance, then goes short, looking for Curtis. Curtis met solidly by Wiley, and down he goes. Stephen Curtis. Gillespie with Bygraves. Down towards the square. 66 to 56. Curtis kicks for distance. Daniel from behind got hands to it. Will it be paid? Play allowed to go on. Players going in solidly in the Perth defensive area. Umpire Capes has called for it again. 23.5 minutes played. There's the bounce down. Rosbender and Daniel. This time Rosbender wins the tap. It's taken by Curry. He hooks out towards right centre wing. Watt out there with Betts. Watt about 5 metres in the clear. He can't control the greasy ball. It's gone out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. Throw in left half forward for the Royals. Attacking towards the Subiaco end. The breeze now not a factor. It's coming across the ground. Webster and Rosbender. From behind, Watt. One forward by Webster. Kelly close to the boundary line, kept it in play. Hamilton. He's beset by Perth players out there. Wiley could have been pushed in the back. He's going to get a free kick. In fact, in the opinion of umpire Powell, he was held but not in possession. Robert Wiley, right half back for the Demons. There he goes, driving along the outer side. In front, it's McGinnity, or rather Malaki. Backing up McAlgic, taken by Smith. Shrugs off Cooper, comes away and goes short, looking for Spencer. Spencer's taken the mark. Spencer plays on quickly across the face of the ground and finds Maguire. That was kick number 12 for Peter Spencer. Maguire in the true centre half forward position for the Royals. Taking plenty of time with a kick. There he goes, long telling kick. It's going to be close. Players into the air down there. Farrant, timely mark on the goal line. Doug Farrant looking for alternatives. Goes short into the pocket and finds Cook. He gets it on the half volley. Wants to be quick. Gets it on to Inman.
Inman deep in his own defensive area, hooks towards the centre of the ground. It's all East Perth. McGinnity, who certainly sparked in this term, gets it out wide looking for Verstegen. Verstegen leads in the race. The boundary line may beat him. He's taken it out of bounds. I thought he did. No, he kept it in play. The boundary umpire Aslett, right on the scene. Coming away, Day. Day kicks towards centre wing. Eludes McAlgic. In goes Cooper, missed there on that occasion by McGinnity. Great finesse by Cooper. Fires down towards the half-forward line, and Watt knocks on intelligently. Here's a chance for Perth. Gibellini is free. That's the direction the kick takes. It should go on to Mitsopoulos. He hooks it down towards Mitsopoulos. He's deep in the pocket. The ball may run out of bounds. Glendinning closing on him. Mitsopoulos steadies, fires at goal. It's going to be close. It's a great goal to Perth. Great goal, Mitsopoulos. Perth 10-12. East Perth a 9-2.
Well, that's a magnificent goal to Chris Mitsopoulos. Under a ton of pressure with these Perth defenders bearing down on him. He steadied nicely. He was on his right foot to kick a goal, and he did just that. That's a great goal to Perth. And that's put Perth right back in the picture with strong play.
At a time on, 25.5 minutes played. Perth 72, East Perth 56 for the prize of season 76. The ball finding its way back to umpire Powell. Wait for the bounce down. The rain has stopped. Breezy conditions at Subiaco Oval. It should be a great last quarter. There's the bounce. Can East Perth get a reply? Smith tries to crash his way through the pack. This is Curtis. Fiercely attacked by Wiley. The ball comes to Day. Day runs away from the centre, goes long looking for Gibellini. Gibellini and Glendinning thumped away by the East Perth defender. Away comes Malarkey. He's at right half back, kicks towards centre wing. McGinnity controls it well. Away he goes. Fires towards half forward, and Spencer knocked away by Dickinson. Taken now by Farrant. Farrant's in trouble. Hand passes wide. Dickinson with a chance. Deep in his own defensive area, Dickinson kicks only as far as McGinnity. McGinnity marks on his chest. He took a heavy one as he landed. He's okay. Quickly to his feet. McGinnity had 2 kicks to half-time. He's had 10 kicks in this quarter. McGinnity, the attacking side of right half forward. Moves in. It's a master stroke. He's going to the centre. Chance for Spencer, the man he replaced. Ball running free. Spills come to Daniel. He's in trouble. Could have been held when not in possession. No free kick. Umpire Powell has called for it. Umpire Powell is going to bounce it down. The attacking side of half forward for East Perth. Daniel and Herbert. Smith goes up. Good knock to Hamilton. He lines up, fires at goal. He's off to the right-hand side. Minor score. East Perth 9-3. Perth 10-12. An indication of Perth's dominance in those scoring shots in the first half. Quartermain playing his last game for the Demons. Looking for leads, not much on for him. Elects to come to the grandstand side. In fact, it's a bit of a missed kick. Missed by Hamilton, ball running free. McGinnity with a chance. It comes to Johnson. Well tackled by McGinnity. Hamilton too long, too high. And the kick is going to Hamilton. 72 Perth, 57 East Perth. Ball with Alex Hamilton. Kick number 7 coming up for Hamilton. Short passes and finds Smith. Smith is away, pops it over the top. That was the pocket, and Kelly closing on him. Dickinson, brilliant tackle. Dickinson, the ball's gone out of bounds. Throw in down there in the left full forward pocket. Inman applauding his teammate, and rightly so. That was a magnificent tackle. Throw in down there. Smith and Herbert. Body work done by both the big players. Ball comes backward of the pack. Players crashing into each other down there. And the umpire will have no alternative surely but to ball it up. No, he's letting it go. Dickinson went without it. Now Cook's got it. And eventually umpire Powell elects to ball it up. Bounce, Smith and Herbert. Up goes Day, and he wins the tap away as far as Daniel, smothered by Hamilton, who was pushed onto his boot. Day claiming a kick by claiming Hamilton. Hamilton's got the footy. Umpire Powell will bounce it. 10-12, 72, 9-3, 57. There's the bounce. Umpire Powell needs bouncing practice. Taken by Hamilton. Held. Well, they varied this one a bit today. To be taken by Day in the defensive area, holding the ball against Hamilton. Hargrave offering the lead. Took it out of the hands of Maguire. Kicks towards the centre, and Rosbender. Webster behind. Chance for Hill. Slipped. Bad luck for him. Webster pushed in the back. Should have got a free kick. Play allowed to go on. Rosbender. Oh, out goes Hill. Curry leads in the race. Hill shepherd off for Hargrave. Hargrave does well for a big fellow. He comes away from right centre wing towards half forward, and Mitsopoulos has taken the mark. Well, Perth haven't made many sorties into their forward line, but when they've gone forward, they've looked pretty likely to score. Their forward line has been open. Their players on the forward line prepared to move, in contrast to East Perth's forward line, which has been congested. Mitsopoulos, he's kicked 2. There goes his shot at his 3rd. It's off to the right-hand side, and the mark is taken down there by Gary Malarkey. Malarkey, left back pocket. Goes out towards left half back. In front, Betts. Went up one-handed. Hill battling 2 players. Now Curry is coming across to lend support. It's out of bounds. Umpire Wakenshaw will throw it in. 72 to 57. Throw in outer side. Right half forward for Perth. Rosbender and Smith are there. Rosbender in front. Ineffectual ruck play. Smith at the second attempt. A chance for Wiley. Gives it across to a teammate. It came too quickly for Watt. McGinnity. Watt goes back into it. Wins it for Perth. Can Perth get another goal before three-quarter time? They can't. There's the siren. It's three-quarter time. 10-12, Perth 72. East Perth 9-3, 57. Three-quarter time at Subiaco Oval in the grand final. Just about set to go then in the final term. 72 to 57. Who will be premiers for 76? The next 30 minutes will tell the tale. You can't say you've read the book. There's the bounce down in the centre from umpire Capes. Herbert was pushed in the back and he'll get a free kick. Herbert in the centre circle will send Perth forward. He's been a great player for them this season. Under the agreement with Richmond, he'll go back to the VFL club next season. And it was the half-forward line, taken by Mitsopoulos. Mitsopoulos running goalward, long hand pass, taken by Cooper. Cooper in the pocket, snaps, magnificent effort as he put it through. He has! Mercurial goal by Cooper, and that could be it. What a freak he is in football circles. 11-12 Perth, 9-3 East Perth, and goals like that win premierships.
Yes, they certainly do. 4 goals to Murray Cooper. And yet again, a perfect example of the brilliance of Murray Cooper. 4 goals, and that was a magnificent left-foot goal.
We've seen him kick about 3 of those this season, Fred. Too many to be flukes.
That certainly is. It's not uncommon to Murray Cooper.
Back in the centre, Herbert and Smith. Smith hand passes towards half-forward. Verstegen coming out his day. What a grand defender he's been. Still he goes, dispossessed. Ball wide, chance for Lofts. Lofts on all 4s, there'll be a bounce. Bounce down, the defensive side of left half forward for the Royals. 78 Perth, 57 East Perth. There's the bounce down. Herbert and Smith. Smith clean possession, Herbert the free kick. Herbert taking clean possession, and perhaps it's starting to tell now. The fact that Herbert, with the extra inches on Smith, he's still 6'5" at the finish, and Smith has been leaping all afternoon in heavy conditions. Mitsopoulos fires down towards full forward. Coming out is Ray. Ray who replaced McAlgic. Taken by Verstegen. On to Maguire. Maguire right half back. Can't kick well with his right foot. Screws it towards the boundary line. Johnson leads in the race. Pursued by 2 East Perth players. He keeps it in play. No, he's going to get a free kick. Pushed in the back. He wants to play on. Goes infield looking for Watt. Over that player's head. Herbert coming to meet the ball and miss. Taken now by Verstegen. Verstegen short passes to Hamilton. Hamilton wants to go on to Spencer. Spencer left half forward. Infield Daniel. Daniel about 40 metres out from goal. This is a vital kick and he's missed it, I think. No, Duda's taken the mark down there. Whether it was intended for Duda, I think, is problematical, but Duda's got it, and he's about 10 metres out. As you can see, the angle, quite acute because he's in the wrong pocket as far as a right footer is concerned. Moves in deliberately. There goes his kick. He's elated. He's put it through. Quick reply to East Perth. They're 10-3. Perth are 11-12. Duda's kicked 4.
Well, strong work by East Perth. Archie Duda's 4th. And an error by Dean Herbert. Maybe he's only one a day. He's been a good player for them. But nevertheless, the runner out there, but he doesn't need to be told. He knows it was an error. And East Perth still in there with a real chance.
78 to 63. Well, Fred, we haven't had too many close ones this season. It's to be hoped this is pretty close. It looks like being close. What a great finale to the season. Despite the conditions, it's been a grand match. Gibellini, kick number 16 towards the half-forward line. Chopped off by Malarkey. Malarkey fires towards half-forward. Day. What an outstanding player Mel Day is. He was battling for a game a couple of seasons ago at Perth. Day kicks down towards the half-forward line. Herbert was up, didn't put his hands in the air, however. There's a chance for Wiley. Brilliant football, Wiley. Play allowed to go on. Johnson, he fires down towards full forward. Barrett is down there. He leads back in the race, opposed to Glendinning. The boundary line will beat them both, and there'll be a throw-in. in the right full forward pocket at the Subiaco end of the ground, the end of which Perth are finishing. This is the final term of the 76 Grand Final. 25 minutes remaining in the football season to determine who is the top side for this season. There's the throw in. Webster from behind. Barrett snaps at goal and he's put it through. Goal to Perth. Barrett has kicked Perth's 12th. They're 12-12. East Perth are 10-3. Barrett has kicked his first.
And he's been a handy player for them down in the forward line. He's been in there doing a fair bit of the body work. He's been pushing the ball out and generally has been giving the East Perth defence some problems. And he could continue to do that because he's a dangerous player. And anywhere around about the goals at all, given the opportunity, he's liable to convert.
Doug Farron's 10th kick there. Powell throws it down. Herbert and Webster. Herbert wins the tap, taken by Watt. Dispossessed by McGinnity. Comes to Johnson. He's sparked to life since half-time. Tackle applied out there on a Perth player. I think Mitsopoulos will get the free kick. He will. Mitsopoulos beside the centre circle, driving Perth into attack. Deep towards the half-forward line. From behind, Day the leap, but the ball comes off hands wide. Wasbender. Ray with a chance. Ray towards the boundary line. Tries to keep it in play, rides one bump, still he goes, Mick Ray, a former Perth player, smothered off the boot by Cooper, then he didn't know where it was. Ray in desperation dives on top of it, and I think Ray will get a free kick eventually for effort down there. He will. Cooper goes down. Cooper goes after Curtis. Meantime, the football's moved on towards right half-back and Verstegen. Verstegen for East Perth fires towards centre wing. Dickinson in front. This is what he should have taken. McGinnity held when not in possession. He'll get a free kick. Right centre wing for the Royals. Levitsky is on. Bygraves is off. There goes the kick by McGinnity towards right half forward. Up goes Watt. Couldn't take the mark. Chance for Cook. Cook screws it along the boundary line. It's all East Perth out there. Herbert arriving late. Did well. Or did he? He's been penalised, I think, and the kick will go to East Perth. Herbert's got the footy. Maguire and Herbert. 15 metres going against the giant Perth ruckman. The ball is with Hans Verstegen out his side. Herbert wants to get on with the game. He's standing behind the play when he'd be advised to run down, I think, ahead of it. Daniel goes up, off hands taken by Lofts. Lofts paddles it across to a teammate in Watt. He's going to get the free kick for a push in the back as the ball finds its way towards the outer side, and Herbert players going on. Is it being allowed to go on? It is. A tackle too high on the Perth player over there. Free kick going to Steve Hargrave. Hargrave at left centre wing. Hargrave goes down towards left half forward. Coming out, Rosbender to meet it. Johnson goes past him. A hand pass infield to Mitsopoulos is knocked on intelligently. Well chopped off by Taylor. He cleverly deflects it across to Betts. Betts kicks down towards centre wing. In front there, Verstegen off hands to McGinnity. McGinnity fires out towards right half forward. Leading back is Cook. Cook overruns, can't control it, scrambles it towards the boundary line, and will have a throw in at right half forward for East Perth. Wait for the throw. Herbert is there. He'll be opposed by Daniel. Herbert takes front position again. He's not afraid to take front position at throw-ins. Won by Spencer towards full forward. Dudar got a bad bounce. It comes to Quartermain. No recovery shown by the East Perth full forward as Quartermain fires across the oval. Leading in the race is Hill, being pursued by Kelly. Hill close to the boundary line. Can he keep it in play? Would have been advised to put it out of bounds. Now Kelly's got it. Pops it over the top to Dudar. Dudar goes down towards the left full forward pocket. Kicks for distance. Here's a chance for Verstegen. Day in front. Showed great courage. Quartermain has pushed off the ball. In goes East Perth's Quartermain. And there'll be a bounce. Bounce down 25 metres out from goal. 12-12 Perth, 84. East Perth 10-3, 63. Umpire Capes throws it down. Daniel is there with Herbert. Herbert wins the tap at a shark by Spencer. Spencer twisting and turning. He's run 20 metres. He screws back at goal. Camped under this one down there as Dudar got a hand to it. Couldn't mark. Quartermain scrambles it out of bounds. And there'll be a throw in the left full forward pocket for the Royals. They trail by 21 points. 8 minutes played in the final term. There's the throw in. Herbert was up. Tried to win it away. Chance for Cook. Gets it across in the Lofts direction. Quartermain for East Perth on the boundary line. He's run out of options. He's dragged to the ground. He's been penalised for holding the ball. Kick to go to Lofts. No support forthcoming on that occasion for Quartermain. Lofts in the right back pocket. Brings play along the grandstand wing. High kick. Curry and Betts. Webster from the side. Mark must be paid. It wasn't paid. Play allowed to go on. Kelly has stopped. And umpire Powell, indecision reigning now, and he's bringing the ball back. Well, he can't call play on and then stop it. Umpire Powell is scratching his head, and well he might. Comment Fred Castledine.
Well, he certainly doesn't know, Ron Powell. That was a very, very poor decision. He'd made one decision and then he's countered it with another.
Well, he
Complete
didn't
confusion.
He didn't pay the mark initially, then he thought better of it, I think. There goes Webster's kick, downwards full forward. Dudar couldn't take the mark. Inman scrambling it across the face of goal. Inman deep in his own defensive area, well shepherded by Dickinson. Inman drives along the outer side. Maguire out there, almost a good mark. Johnson traps it cleverly, gets it across to Hargrave. Geez, nimble for a big bloke. Goes into the centre of the ground. Watt's got the footy. Webster went past him. Well played, Watt. Tackled by Hamilton. Hamilton's away with it. Goes short to Spencer. Wide of that player. Day crashing his way out. Ball running free. Inman is buried by Malarkey. Malarkey's gone onto the forward line, but there's a free kick going to Mal Day. Perth 84, East Perth 63. 9.5 minutes played in the 76 grand final. Or is it Inman who's going to get the kick? Well, I don't know what he's getting it for. Must have been something off the ball. Inman goes wide towards left centre wing. From behind, Betts. Ball running free towards centre half forward. Here's a chance for the speedster Hill. Look at him go. Hill across half forward, lines up, long kick. He's off to the right-hand side. Farrant down there with Glendinning. Glendinning couldn't mark. Brilliant tackle by Wiley on Curtis. Glendinning forces the ball out of bounds. Throw in right full forward. Deep in Perth's attacking zone. 12-12 to 10-3. Perth sensing a premiership. Rosbender in front, Gibellini from behind. Taylor leads back in the race. A moment of indecision. Glendinning comes away. Kicks back towards centre wing. It's going to fall short. Malarkey, or rather McGinnity, leading in the race. And there'll be a throw-in. Throw-in down towards right half forward for Perth. Webster and Rosbender. Gibellini from behind. Thumps Perth forward. Leading in the race, Wiley close to the boundary line. He's took it out of bounds. He's taken it out of bounds, rather. And there'll be a throw-in. Throw-in down towards the right full forward pocket now for the Demons. Rosbender in front. Wins it backward of the pack. Crumbs come to Gibellini. Shoots a hand pass out looking for Mitsopoulos. Mitsopoulos and Verstegen battling across the half-back line of East Perth. Taken by Hargrave to Gibellini. Gee, Hargrave's improved as this game has gone on. Gibellini towards full forward. Perth have a chance now. It's all Perth. Curry across looking for Farrant, but the ball's gone out of bounds. Out of bounds in the right full forward pocket. 12-12, 84 Perth. 10-3, 63 East Perth. There's the throw-in. From behind, Hargrave high into the air. No one won a good tap. Smith tries to crash his way through. Curtis looking for Kelly. Wiley on top of it. 3 East Perth players on top of him, and will have a bounce. Perth doing it well enough at the present time, Fred, to suggest they're going to win this.
I think so, Dennis. Yeah, very strong play.
Webster, or is it Smith? Clean possession, got it across to Daniel. Daniel looking for Kelly close to the boundary line. Kelly tries to keep it in play and succeeded in doing so. Daniel, he must be on the ball. He's done well in the ruck exchanges too. He kicks towards half forward. Players into the air down there. Day brought it forward to the pack. A chance for Hamilton. Could have gotten the back there of Dickinson. And according to umpire Capes, he did. Bad luck for Hamilton, really. He had to change direction very quickly. Dickinson short passes to Inman. Inman's at right centre wing. 12 minutes played, final term. Inman short, looking for Curry, or is it Watt? He's found Watt, the attacking side of right centre wing. Watt goes down towards right half forward. There's Curry. Curry claiming a juggled mark. It wasn't paid. He's on the boundary line. He scrambles a kick around the corner, deep into the pocket. Wiley leads in the race. It's out of bounds, and we'll have a throw-in down there. Throw-in about 20 metres around from the right-hand behind post at the Subiaco end of the ground, the end to which Perth are finishing. Wait for the throw. Daniel and Rosbender. Rosbender wins the tap, taken by Malarkey. Kicks back towards centre wing. Herbert is there. Couldn't take the mark. Backing up Gibellini. He missed it. Endeavoured to bring Hamilton down, but Hamilton won the football and fires towards left half forward. Levitsky coming across the face of the ground. Applies a good tackle on Day. Spills come to no one in particular, so Day goes back into the fray and scrambles it out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in. Throw-in midway between left centre wing and left half forward for East Perth. East Perth with the assistance of a slight breeze. 21 points the margin in favour of the Demons. Off hands to Levitsky. Hooks down towards the pocket. Dickinson's the man there. What a tight defence Perth have got. Dickinson short passes looking for Wiley. It's out of bounds on the bounce. Left half forward for East Perth. Perth looking for their 6th premiership. East Perth for their 13th. There's the throw in. Webster goes up and brings the ball backward of the pack. A chance for Lofts. He stumbles. Hamilton is in there. Dickinson got into his back. Free kick to Alex Hamilton. Hamilton, kick number 15 coming up for that player. Goes short and finds Spencer. Spencer wants to play on. He drives for distance. That was kick number 15 for Spencer. Dudar claiming the mark. It must be play on. Levitsky with a chance. He snaps back at goal. Great effort by Brett Levitsky. He's put it through. Goal to East Perth. East Perth move along now to 11-3. Perth at 12-12.
Well, East Perth still in there with a real fighting chance, and in typical East Perth spirit, they're continuing to plug away at their job. And clever goal to Brent Levitsky off the wrong foot on his right foot. Clever goal, and they're still there with a real chance to take this out.
14 minutes played. 15 points the margin. There's the bounce. Rosbender and Daniel. Daniel the tap. Free kick to Rosbender. East Perth have sorely missed Ian McCulloch this afternoon. Rosbender beside the centre circle. Goes for distance down towards half forward. It's falling short. Taylor couldn't take the mark. Chance now for Hargrave. He storms his way through the pack. Still he goes. Could have been held. Play allowed to go on. Curtis looks for Taylor. Taylor deflects it across in the Malarkey direction. Malarkey still paddling the ball in front of him. Now he's got it. Out wide looking for Kelly. Knocked away from him by Hill. Hill has been a good player for Perth. He fires down towards half forward and Cooper. Cooper couldn't mark. Ray is there. The ball's out of bounds. Throw in down towards the right full forward pocket for Perth. The stakes are high. Perth are 84. East Perth are 69. Wait for the throw in. Herbert in front, Daniel from behind, and Ray from the side is the leaper. Perth won the tap. Here's a chance now for Curry running goalward. He's missed. It's fallen short. Glendinning was interfered with. He must get a free kick. Umpire Cape's calling play on. Gibellini's picked it up and put it through. It's a goal. Well, that had to be a free kick to Glendinning.
But what an unusual one it was, because the way we are, we're seeing it straight on, head on. And I really couldn't pick whether he'd pushed him in the chest or not. But it appeared one way or the other. It had to be a decision. It was play on. Unbelievable.
Well, everybody stopped, including Gibellini. I think he was going after the ball to relay it back to Glendinning. Won by Verstegen. Well, we've seen a few goals kicked as a result of, I don't know, strange decisions or a lack of decisions. Verstegen goes in solidly on Inman. Meantime, Lofts fires down towards centre wing, and the mark is taken there by Rosbender. Rosbender right centre wing for Perth. They're 13-12-90. East Perth 11-3-69. Short passes on towards Gibellini, and he's marked in front of McGinnity. Kick number 19 coming up for Gary Gibellini. It'd have to be some sort of a chance to win the Simpson medal. He's midway between right centre wing and right half forward. There goes Gibellini firing down towards centre half forward. Up goes Bradley Smith, misses what he should have taken. His hand pass is an indiscriminate one. It comes to Spencer. He hurries a kick back towards left centre wing and McGinnity, who marks on his chest, and it should be 15 metres. It's not. McGinnity down towards left centre wing. Short passes looking for Levitsky. Rosbender in front, couldn't mark. Could have been a push in the back against Spencer on that occasion. It wasn't forthcoming. Umpire Cape's right on the scene. Inman, the player at the base of that pack, I thought could have got a free kick. We'll see it bounce out towards right centre wing for Perth. Up goes Webster, gets it down to Hamilton. He's battled hard, Hamilton. Kicks towards the half-forward line. Farrant is there. Perth will relieve. Farrant goes out wide. Leading in the race out there is Hargrave. Hargrave about 10 metres in the clear, but he's a big fellow. How will he pick it up? Throws in the gap Malarkey. Hargrave did it well. Hargrave feigns a hand pass, then goes infield looking for Watt and finds him. Watt wants to play on. Oh, poor football. It goes out towards left half forward. Luckily, Maguire fell over. Hargrave is back into the fray again. He's a rejuvenated player as Hargrave since the first quarter. Down towards the pocket. Back comes Hargrave. Coming away, however, is Malarkey. Malarkey kicks in towards the centre and Spencer. Spencer can't control it. Spencer running on his own half-back line. Kick number 17. It's smothered. Ricochets back towards the player who kicked it. In they go solidly down there. Chance for Gibellini. He falls at the psychological moment. Tackled by Smith and penalised for holding the ball. Kick to be taken by Smith. 13-12-90 to 11-3-69 as Smith goes out towards centre wing. Quartermain was out there, couldn't take the mark. This is Johnson for Perth. He kicks in towards centre half forward. Gibellini, a great endeavour to mark. Ray arriving at the rate of knots. Trying to crash his way through was Kelly. He's dispossessed. Cooper knocks on. Here's a chance for Mitsopoulos. He lines up from about 35, 40 metres from goal. It goes down towards full forward, knocked away from Herbert. Leading in the race, Daniel, and he's forced to behind. 13-13 Perth, 11-3 East Perth. Glendinning to take the kick back into play. Glendinning looking towards the grandstand side, then goes short to Smith. Down goes Big Brad. Gets a friendly pat from Herbert. Out of character. There goes the kick from Glendinning. Down towards the centre of the ground, little carry centre. Leading back in the race is Cook. Cook will get the ball at right half back, brilliantly shepherded by Lofts. Down goes Webster. Ball towards centre wing. Curry leads back in the race with Betts. It's out of bounds. You reckon this Perth back line isn't hard. Wait for the throw in down towards right half forward. Rosbender in front. Daniel from behind. Down goes Rosbender. In goes Hill. Still it's Hill battling for the footy. Well played Hill. Away he comes. Hill running. Kicks towards half forward. Chance there for Ray, and Ray has taken the mark in front of Cooper. 15 metres against Cooper. 91-69. I would imagine the Police Greys would need to be quicker this afternoon than they have been in recent weeks. There hasn't been a lot of pressure on them, but there could be this afternoon. The mark is taken out there by Dickinson. Dickinson looking for leads downfield, goes down towards left half forward. Mark taken there by Taylor. 20 minutes played, 13-13-91 Perth, 11-3-69 East Perth. One senses that Perth are going to win the premiership. They're sixth. The ball goes towards right half forward. Chance there for Watt. Watt wins the ball away from Spencer, screws it back in the Farrant direction. Farrant runs around McGinnity. Well played, Doug Farrant, well shepherded by Inman. The ball comes to Mitsopoulos. Mitsopoulos fires down towards right half forward. Ray, magnificent mark. And that's the mark of the match. Down goes Curtis. 15 metres going against Wiley. Mick Ray's got the football right half back. 91-69. There goes the kick from Ray towards half forward. Cook from behind Webster. Chance for Lofts. Well played. Webster brilliantly tackled by Cook. Ball running across the half forward line. Webster and Cook getting involved as Day swings it out of defence, but straight to an East Perth player, and Smith. He gives it to Taylor. Taylor beside the centre circle, fires back towards half forward, but it's all Perth. Dickinson. Now Verstegen with a chance. The ball carried Dickinson. Verstegen, still he goes. Runs around onto his right boot. Goes for a more central location in Levitsky. Knocked away by Cook. Taken by Dickinson to Lofts. Lofts runs around Webster. Brilliant, cool play. Kicks high towards right centre wing. Gibellini in front. Smith and Gibellini. Gibellini goes wide, but to Betts. Betts is at left centre wing. This is Kelly. Tackled by Rosbender. Kelly's gone. Close to the boundary line, they scramble. The ball's gone out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. Kelly hasn't had a good match. There's the throw in. Daniel from behind up and wins the tap as far as Watt. Well played. Here's a chance for Wiley. Hargrave is free. That's the direction the kick takes. Hargrave in a nest of East Perth players now. Ball comes to Malarkey. Malarkey at centre half back across the face of the oval to Quartermain. He wants to go. Quartermain onto his right boot. Swings out wide looking for Spencer. Not a good kick. Chance for Farrant. Farrant playing loose in defence. Comes away once again. Goes out wide looking for Dickinson. And he finds that player, and Perth would be well advised to steady it down. Dickinson. He's at left centre wing. We're approaching time on. 2.5 minutes of time remaining before we go into time on. There goes the kick from Dickinson, long towards left half forward. Not a good kick. Malarkey marks on his chest. Malarkey. Who will he kick to? Not much happening. He's going in the Farrant direction. Well, Dickinson's out there too. It's all Perth. Had about one of three options. None of them are any good to the Royals. Dickinson goes short. Mitsopoulos is out there. Mitsopoulos misses what he should have taken. Maguire a hand pass to McGinnity. Where will he go? Thought about kicking deep. Realised Farrant was there. Got it to Spencer. Spencer gives it to Quartermain. Quartermain runs towards half forward and picks out Lofts. East Perth are gone. Lofts is marked on the half back line for Perth. Kicks back towards the centre. Bradley Smith is there with Hill. Smith takes the mark, plays on looking for Kelly. Kelly running down towards the half-forward line for East Perth. Dispossessed, it comes to Hill. Hill gets a hand pass across towards Rosbender. Rosbender right centre wing, fires to Ghibellini and finds him. Ghibellini down towards right half forward. Ghibellini goes short looking for Hill. Wiley coming in behind him. They collide. Both are okay for Perth. Hill took the good mark. 91-69. Perth in front. East Perth have had a sorry record as far as being runners-up since the mid-60s for premierships. There goes the kick from Hill. The leaper down there was Cook. Coming away as Betts. He was held but not in possession. No free kick taken by Malarkey. Malarkey goes out towards right half back. McGinnity leads in the race. McGinnity is 10 metres in the clear. No one to kick it to. Looks for Quartermain. Quartermain with brilliant pace gets across there and marks on his chest. Quartermain out his side. Right centre wing for East Perth. They've got no time to waste at all. Quartermain short looking for Spencer. Knocked away brilliantly by Dickinson. Spencer recovers well. Kicks towards full forward. Barrett couldn't take the mark, but he'll recover. Barrett hooks it around the boundary line. Spencer from behind couldn't interfere in any sort of time with Dickinson. Dickinson gets it across to Watt. Watt gives it back looking for Dickinson, but it's gone out of bounds. Scrappy play there by Perth. Throw in right half forward. Webster and Rosbender forward of the pack. Mitsopoulos leads in the race. It's out of bounds. 25 minutes played. We're into time on in 76. No doubt about the premiers. Perth are going to win this. Taken by Spencer. Hand passes out looking for Maguire. He's bundled off it. Taken by Herbert. Herbert infield to Watt. He stumbles. Gets to his feet. Tackled by Daniel. Comes to Maguire. Maguire looking for support. Moves onto his right boot. Fires towards right half forward. He's put it out of bounds on the full. East Perth now a tired side making unforced errors. They're both tired sides. But of course Perth playing with the added confidence of being in front and realising their goal for 76 is only 4 minutes away. Mitsopoulos at left half forward, or rather left half back. Goes long along the outer side. High telling kick, big pack into the air. Glendinning couldn't mark. Here's a chance for East Perth. Curtis is dispossessed. It comes to Glendinning. Glendinning right centre wing. Goes long back towards half forward. Barrett is down there. Barrett's taken the mark and clever use of the body by Cook enabled him to do so. Barrett, short. Missed by Dickinson. Chance for Perth to go forward through Ghibellini. In comes Mitsopoulos. Manages a kick towards centre wing. Wiley now is away. Wiley running towards half forward. Goes short looking for a teammate and Hargrave down there. He leads back in the race. Smith coming across to meet him. Hargrave tries to keep it in play. Succeeded in doing so. Glendinning tries in turn, but it's out of bounds now and will have a throw in the left full forward pocket. Well, ironical that Farron's played such an important part in this last term, a player that had caused Ken Armstrong a few headaches early in the season. I think not so much from his personal point of view, but because Farron was a player who came off on quite a few occasions in home and away games, much to the ire of quite a few Demon supporters. Well, he's been a hero in this last term for them. Ball goes towards the half-forward line for Perth, coming away as Betts, smothered off the boot. The ball goes towards the centre of the ground, but it's all Perth. Mal Day, a brilliant player for them. He could be vying with Ghibellini for the Simpson medal. Long towards full forward. There's a chance now for Perth as Curry gives it to Hill. Can he kick a goal? He can't. Smith, hand passes to Ray. Away come East Perth. Ray towards the grandstand wing and McGinnity. McGinnity infield looking for Kelly. It's a credit to both these sides. They're doing things that one would expect from a side in perhaps the first half, but they're running on as Quartermain kicks towards half forward. Both sides giving their all. Verstegen is up. Couldn't take the mark. Coming back is Day. What a brilliant game. Day out towards left centre wing. Johnson leads in the race. He slips. Maguire closes the gap. Maguire right centre wing for East Perth. Wheels onto his right boot. Towards half forward. Levitsky misses it. Leading back in the race there is Perth's Inman. Inman with time goes short. All Perth downfield. Hargrave deflects it to Mitsopoulos. Wiley runs across half forward. Goes short. Cooper's taken the mark. Cooper about 45 metres out from goal. We've played 3 minutes of time on. Perth are going to be the 76 premiers. Murray Cooper, who's kicked 4. It'll require a good kick from here. Moves in deliberately. There goes his kick. Cooper has missed, I think, across the face. Perth have won the premiership. There's the siren. Perth have won. That was a minor score right on the siren. And Perth are jubilant, and well they might be. They've come from the first semi-final. They finished third to be 1976 premiers. 13-14 Perth, 11-3 East Perth. Goal kickers, firstly for Perth, Cooper got 4, Gibellini 3, 2 to Mitsopoulos and 1 apiece to Farrant, Wiley, Hargrave and Herbert. Goals for East Perth, Duda got 4, Quartermain 3, and singles to Hamilton, Daniel and Levitsky. With his thoughts on the game and his best players, here's Fred Castledine.
Well, what a magnificent game, and congratulations to Ken Armstrong and a great Perth side. It's been a magnificent grand final. Perth started with a 5-goal breeze, and East Perth immediately took the honours. Quartermain kicked 2 in the first term, up against the strong breeze. And East Perth played fine football up against this breeze and these conditions. And it was only in the last 5 minutes of that term, the first term, that Perth came back, and they were leading by 11 points. They went on with their job in the second term with that solid work that they eventually got going late in that quarter into the breeze, and they started to get their teamwork going, and they played top-class wet weather football. They adjusted to the conditions better than East Perth, and they established a 20-point lead at half-time. East Perth made many changes at the long interval. Kelly went to a wing, McKeljic went to a back pocket, Spencer to half forward, McGinnity to centre, and these changes were successful. East Perth goal, 3 goals, as a matter of fact, in the first 8 minutes, and they were right back in business. But Perth once again steadied and came back late in the quarter to lead by 15 points. Ken Armstrong certainly took the tactical points and the honours today when he played Farrant as a spare man in defence in the final term. Farrant took many marks and consistently kept East Perth out with well-judged play. So there we have it, Perth running out, great grand finalists, winning a grand premiership, many good players for them. Gibellini was a magnificent player, Day, Hargrave, Watt, Dickinson, Hill and Herbert, to name just a few. For East Perth, Webster, Glendenning, Smith, Curtis, McGinnity and Hamilton were valiant tries.
So Perth have won their 6th premiership, 13-14 to 11-3. Chief kick getter on the ground was Gibellini with 20 and 7 hand passes. Spencer, 18 kicks, 4 hand passes for East Perth. He had a quiet first half, was a better player in the second half. Murray Cooper and the nest of Perth players and supporters there, and they're a jubilant crew. Who else did well? Malarkey, 17 kicks at centre-half back, a good performance for East Perth. McGinnity, 17 kicks, remarkable when you consider he had only 2 to half-time. But that's the story of 76, all honours to Perth. I'd suggest that from the games we've seen this year, they were the best side in the competition. Dean Herbert, 29. What a great player he's been for them in the final rounds, Fred, and I would imagine they'd try almost anything to keep him with them.
Yes, he certainly proved a success story in West Australia. And as the season went on, he became an even better player. He's matured as a player, used the ball intelligently, and he certainly got football maturity.
So that's the scene at Subiaco Oval. All jubilation with Perth, of course, and their supporters. East Perth, the vanquished. Spare a thought for them. They were gallant in defeat. As Ken Armstrong comes into the members' stand to accept the WAFL Cup, we'll leave you from Subiaco Oval. Just repeating the final score. There'll be merriment at Lathlane Park tonight. Perth 13-14, East Perth 11-3.